ball in hand yesterday, picking up 4 wickets, a wicket in each of his overs. Hamilton Mazzacadze, well, we could just keep talking about how strong he looked last night, and there'll be others thinking, right, if he can do it on this service, we can join in as well. So could be a very interesting matchup, this one, for these two teams tonight. Again, the crowd's just waiting patiently. Don't worry, you haven't got to wait too much longer. The game is very nearly underway. The two sides just getting ready on the outfield down below us. The riders in their orange on the outfield, the kids ready. Always love it when you see them on camera. So the riders asked to bowl first, the two umpires heading out to the middle overseeing proceedings tonight. And then it will be the Southern Superstars openers looking to put a big total on this wicket that looks good again for batting tonight. Ashgar Afghan trying not to get too close to the fireworks. I think the only fireworks they want to see is stumps being shattered. And hopefully those of Hamilton Mazzacadze, if you're a fan of the men in orange. So he also said that they would have had a bat. And the two opening batters for the Superstars. And Hamilton Mazzacadze, as we've said all evening so far, just looked sensational last night. It was like he was batting on something completely different to everyone else. That target 87 just seemed miserly. He could have just gone on and on forever, chased it down himself pretty much. And a little bit chillier tonight, so a few fans with the jackets on. Temperature seems to have just dropped dramatically. It was quite warm during the day, and then this evening suddenly a little bit cooler. But it'll probably be very hot coming off the bat. Anirudh Singh. Well, the good news is that a man who doesn't have to be out there in the middle today, Rajat, has headed back up to the commentary box. Welcome back. I guess we'll have you.
Thanks, Georgie. Well, I hope they're not going to miss me tonight. Well, they have a good batting lineup. I think few of the batters, they were not being checked yesterday, and I'm sure today they have a very good chance after winning the toss, batting first. So they need a good total on the board, that's for sure. Same time, Royal Riders, they have a good bowling attack. They have Anurith, Rishi Dhawan, Tisara Pereira. There are few guys who can change things. Hamilton, what a knock that was yesterday.
Yeah, 129 innings, nearly 4,000 runs and an unbeaten 162, his best. And how they would like to get rid of him early. He's the key wicket up the top of this innings. He could really take on a power play and just take the game away very early. Puneet Bisht at the other end, 55 innings, a best of 146 for him as well, so not far off Hamilton Mazzacadze's best. So two men who can score big runs when required. Over 1,000 runs, 250s and 100 to his name. And Anirudh Singh, as always, will start off with the ball. 71 matches, economy 8.2 and a best of 3 for 12. He's looked pretty good at times throughout the tournament as well. So this could be an interesting matchup up the top against the heavy striking of Hamilton Mazzacadze. So the Royal Riders Punjab and the Southern Superstars here at the Indira Gandhi Stadium in Haldwani, both coming off the back of a win in their previous game. So it's the top of the table playing against number 2 in the table, and it is very nearly match time. It's game time. Anirudh Singh eager to head off from the top of his mark. Just being asked to wait a little longer.
Play.
Let's play.
No run, no run.
Mazzacadze is one of the guys who takes little time when he starts his inning, but after a while he can really show you the firework. Anurith Going to be a very big challenge for Masakatsa.
Found a good line straight away here. Anirudh Singh just not giving Masakatsa any width. Drop it a little bit short and he can free up his arms and dispatch it back over your head.
Well, that's for sure. When you start your innings, you have to take a little time, especially on this kind of pitch. But once you get used to it, then and always play your strokes. Something like this. What a shot.
He makes it look so easy, doesn't he, Hamilton Masakatsa? It just sat up there and he's just punched it through the covers, and that's a very nice way to open your account. Just watches it onto the bat, off the back foot, and knows as soon as it gets through that ring, up in the power play, there's no one out there. So the first runs coming in boundaries.
No run.
Pitch seems to be really good. Ravi Kaushik, who's an on-field umpire. Till now, we have K. Srinivasan standing on the leg umpire right now. I'm sure it's going to be a very good game. And as far as umpiring standard is concerned, it's spot on.
No.
Yeah, this is really good stuff, this from Anirudh at the top. He's just not giving Masakatsa anything to play with. Just that one boundary so far off the over. They'd be very pleased to get a tidy out of this.
Well, I think it's a good over so far. 4 dot balls, one a little short, and Anirudh knows that how to rectify his mistake once you have made it.
There's a big chase on out in the deep, and there's good work coming back for a second. Angelo Pereira does the fielding, gets appreciation from his team. First over gone, 6 for none.
Wicket looks dry today.
Yeah, it looks dry. So we don't have the weather, have we? One leg, please. Thank you.
Two teams looking to continue winning ways tonight. Behind the stumps of each, Phil Mustard, the Royal Riders, and Puneet Bish for the Superstars. But there are some superstars in both these sides tonight. Players who can hit big and players who can bag wickets. Chaturanga De Silva, one of the overseas, will be important for that Riders side. And then if you look down the superstars, many of them didn't get a chance to bat yesterday. Will be, well, not hoping that early wickets fall, but wanting to show that they can have their opportunity too. So Rishi Dhawan to bowl the second over, best of 6 for 23. Beautifully played, just bisects the two fielders, cut away nicely by Bish to open his account.
Very good start from Bish. He's really good batter as far as ball coming outside off stump. On this kind of pitch, it's not easy to play these kind of shots, especially when the ball is not coming to the bat. But Bish making sure that he plays with a vertical bat, played with full connection and authority.
In the air, put down. He did so well to get to it. It went hard, it went fast, and it's just bobbled out.
Chaturanga De Silva. He slashed it hard. Well, I think these catches normally are not easy to take, but that's for sure. This was something what Rishi Dhawan was expecting to be taken by Chaturanga.
This time, to rub salt in the wounds, it just goes straight past the man who just dropped it, and it's another 4.
Rishi looks very upset. I think previous ball when the catch gets dropped, you try and ball the next ball of same kind of length, but this time Puneet Bisht was ready for the back foot and he just placed the ball in that gap. Rishi Dhawan, very experienced guy. He's trying to change the field placement, keeping the point fielder back, short third man, and a gully fielder in the circle. I'm very sure he's going to bowl outside off stump. Sometimes this kind of field actually seems to be very predictable.
Good work, just scampering through for a single. That was a good pitch to bat on yesterday. You were out there. What do you make of this?
Well, it's a good pitch, to be honest. You know, if you normally see, this is the 7th game, and whenever they show the pitch, I always praise the curator that having that kind of confidence on this pitch. He must have worked really hard so that it can stay. You never know, the whole tournament you get to see the same pitch, and 150, 160 is something, the average score what we are normally get to see.
Advances down the pitch this time. Beautiful use of the wrist. It's going to be a chase for the fielder here, and they do catch up. That's really good effort.
Sarul Kanwa chasing the ball. Hamilton putting pressure on the bowler by using his footwork. Moment it crosses the 30-yard circle, the ball just fires towards the boundary. Again, coming back to the normal field. Now bringing the mid-wicket in.
Pulse shot from Hamilton Mazakadze. 2 gone, 17 for none. So everyone has 2 points because everyone has won at least one game. So everyone's won just one game. Superstars, they've only played one. They won it so convincingly. They're at the top. Riders sitting just behind them in second. And the reason they've got such a strong net run rate is that they chased down their target yesterday in absolute quick fire form. A lot of it thanks to that man, Hamilton Mazakadze. We know he can hit a big ball, but yesterday it was just a classy knock, destructive, and got it all done very quickly. It was like he had places to be. He wanted to get it done so quickly and finishes unbeaten as well.
Well, this is the best thing, you know. Just one day back, you have scored a very good 50, and today you are again coming in straight away batting. I think one of the reasons of batting first was this, that there was few good guys who haven't batted yet. Oh, that could have been close. You have to just be ready for the ball coming in, especially when Anurit is bowling. He's having that kind of ability, especially with the Kookaburra, that he can bring the ball in.
Gets a bit of movement, chipped in the air, and it will land short. So one more to the total of the defending champions. They won it in that super over back in the K-Raza League, Legends League 3.0, and so they'll be looking to try and defend their title and get their names etched into history again as defending champions, winning that final in the super over. And now it's back to square one. Yes, they might have won it last time, but that doesn't guarantee you win it this time, although the way they went about business last night, they do look very strong in leading towards that. Light miscue from Mazakadze.
Well, so far the over is going good for Anurit. I think he's just keeping length a little bit away from the batter, forcing him to play on the back foot. Especially when the ball is coming in, it's not that easy for any batter to make that kind of connection. 4 balls, only 2 runs. Sometimes a good over which is going puts a lot of pressure on the bowler himself.
Advances and decides very late he's just going to play that behind point instead. It looked like he was coming down the pitch to try and really take it on. It was a little fuller perhaps than he expected.
Puneet Bisht trying to step out, just putting pressure on the bowler so that he can change the length. Sometimes when you use your footwork, it creates a kind of doubt in a bowler's mind. Last ball of this over, I'm sure it's going to be really important for Anurit to finish well.
Beautiful shot. Vintage Mazakadze looks effortless as he muscles it for the first maximum of the innings. 3 gone, 26 for none. Strong opening partnership, these two, just setting the foundations, going at over 8.5 at the moment, but I think the bowlers can take away not a single extra leaked just yet, but they will be so keen to try and break this early partnership, especially if they can get rid of someone like Hamilton Mazakadze early on. So 3 overs of power play and power play restrictions still to play with, just the 2 fielders out of the ring. And Rishi starts his second. Picked up nicely. There is a man out there, one of the 2 men out in the deep.
Puneet Bisht tried to play over mid-wicket, but last ball of previous over, what a shot that was from Hamilton. Waiting for the ball to come close to him and then clearing the boundary. Anurit, he looked really disappointed because the over was going really well, but the last ball, I think in T20 cricket, first and last ball sometimes plays a very important role.
Both fielders out in the deep on the leg side, deep square and deep mid-wicket. Really well bowled, just tucks him up and doesn't give him any room. That is how to bowl to Hamilton Mazakadze when he's in this kind of form.
Looks like Rishi just rolled his wrist. After pitching the ball, came a little slow. Masakatsa. He's one of the guys who normally just play his normal game. Also, he can play with a good strike rate.
Just beats the edge. He's got his number though at the moment. We have seen the ball hit the boundary on multiple occasions already, as we would imagine from these two up the top. 3 4s and a big 6 already. Masakadza just muscling it. All he had to do was stand and watch it soar. So 27 on the board halfway through the 4th here. This partnership building nicely, but Rishi just quietening things down, trying to build up a train of dots. Waits for it. Masterclass that from Hamilton Masakadza. It just sat up and was there to be dispatched.
Bowling short to Hamilton. I'm sure he's going to punish you hard. This time, bowling a slow one. But that was too short for Masakadza. Gave him enough time so that he can play wherever he wants.
Very nearly plays on. It's a great response from Rishi.
Good comeback, I think. After getting hit for the 4, sometimes you try things very different. You go for a Yorker or a slow one. But it's always better just go back to your basics, and that's what Rishi did. Just bowling a good length ball, especially in the line of the stumps. It's not going to be easy for any batter. Consistent is the key, and that's what Rishi should be looking for.
Get something on it, so it's not going to be a wide. 4 gone, 31 for none. A quiet-ish start, but 31 on the board after the first 4 overs. We have seen the way these two can go about their business, but they have set a really nice foundation now, 31 from 24. They've still got 2 overs of power play to play for, and they're both set now, finding the boundaries. And it looks like we might be turning to a bit of spin instead of pace.
I think next 2 overs going to be very important for Superstar, especially to capitalize.
No.
Bowling spin against both these batters is going to be a challenge. Puneet, he likes to sweep the ball, and sometimes stepping out and playing over covers is one of the key shots what he's got.
Full toss this time. One for 23 from his 4 in the last game. A little bit of one-handed fielding, mix up in the middle. And very nearly could have been catastrophe for the Superstars batters.
No matter if it's a mix-up, it's always better to recover from that. I think Puneet just came 2-3 steps and then he wanted to say no. But by that time, Hamilton was on. Cannot stop Hamilton once. Oh, that was a good ball. Especially bowling in the stumps.
All smiles from Ashgar Aftan, a very happy captain there. That is just what he wants to see. His opposite number, the captain tonight, coming off the back of that sensational knock last night, has just straightened on him, and Chaturanga picks up the first wicket. Middle stump, just looking to cut it away, and off it goes. Phil Mustard watches the bails fly, and that's a very happy team in orange there. That is exactly who they wanted to see the back of, Hamilton Mazakadze. They know how dangerous he can be, but tonight he goes for 19. It's 32 for 1. The key wicket, the man, Hamilton Mazakadze, he's gone, but the kids, they're enjoying it regardless. They just want to be here watching the cricket with their families, and that's exactly what they get to do tonight. So 2 still to come in this over, and it brings Dilshan Munawera out to the middle, 136 innings, so he's got a hell of a lot of experience. Strike rate 125. And there's a slip in place for the new batter. Finding some good turn here, Chaturanga. Very tidy over, just the 1 run in the wicket so far, 1 still to come.
That's a very good over. Chaturanga getting the first wicket for his team.
Just the 1 run and the wicket from the over. Very, very tidy. 5 gone, 32 for 1.
He's gone 5.
So 5 overs bowled and the Southern Superstars are 32 for 1. Hamilton Mazakadze, what a knock he played last evening and today as well. 19 of 16. Bisht has just got settled in. Munawira has just walked out. Sakhuja, Pathania, Ishaq, Mansoori, Abhishek, Raut, the batters to come for the Southern Superstars. Is the last over of the power play, and in comes the left-arm spinner, Angelo Pereira. A lot of experience he has of playing 121 matches, and is it off the keeper? Is it directly off the stump? Phil Mustard celebrating. Pereira is. Phil Mustard was very confident about that. Bisht isn't. Oh, Rajat, is it going to be the second one now?
Well, it looked like as if it touched the top of off stump. Puneet Bisht trying to play a sweep shot straight away to Angelo Pereira. Angelo is a bit slow bowler. When you have that kind of pace, it's easy to play a sweep shot, but because of lack of pace, it wasn't a good choice. Umpire, he just wanted to be confirmed, but I think it just hit the top of the off stump. Checking the front foot, seems to be a fair delivery.
The TV umpire, Lyndon Hannibal, it's an umpire's referral. Nicely tossed up. Is this angle going to help? Doesn't look like. A different angle, but still, this angle is not conclusive, but looks like, as Rajat mentioned, must have hit the top of the off stump. And yes, there we go, conclusive evidence. Yeah, so Phil Mustard was absolutely spot on when he started celebrations. Now this is 100% conclusive evidence. Yeah, there we go. No question, no doubts whatsoever. Both the openers sent back in the dugout in the power play. An inspired bowling change. Pereira comes in, last over of the power play. First ball tossed up and picks up the wicket of Bisht. There we go, confirmation from the TV umpire. Bisht will have to walk back. He scored run a ball 13. Superstars are 32 for 2. Good bowling changes there by Asghar Afghan. Experienced skipper from Afghanistan. In comes Puneet Mehra in at number 4 for the Southern Superstars. They've lost 2 wickets in the power play. The openers Hamilton Masakadza, Puneet Bisht dismissed. They were 32 for no loss and now they are 32 for 2. The opening stand broken in the last 2 overs. Both the openers have been sent back. Tossed up with the use of wrist. What a way to get off the mark. It's Puneet who's come in. Get off the mark. He'll get 2 runs for that. But Rajat will have a look at that wicket again.
Well, bowling the first ball and bowling a little slow in the air. Puneet Bisht trying to play a sweep shot or trying to play over mid-wicket. With that kind of pace and this kind of pitch, it's always going to get difficult. Puneet Mehra being a left-hander, definitely it can help him. Both ends we get to see left-handers now. It's always better that Puneet just keeps rotating the strike. I think not every ball it's turning. That's the first wicket. After pitching, the ball came really quick. Hamilton. That's his favorite shot. Oh, that's a good connection and an awkward bounce. Chaturanga De Silva surprised after the ball just popped up in front of him.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, that was a dangerous bounce, wasn't it? So in the end, well left. Chaturanga De Silva, that's something that he's having a word with Phil Mustard as well, the keeper, saying the way it bounced. Had to take those evasive action. Oh, what's happening there? Ball just staying low. Phil Mustard missing it completely. That'll be a wide ball. But something different we are seeing on the wicket here.
Center? The center?
After pitching, the ball kept really low. Even the keeper was surprised to see that kind of bounce. Not that easy for keeper to adjust, especially with that kind of bounce. Puneet Mehra, his running between the wickets is really quick, especially against Rishi Dhawan. 41 for 2 after the first power play.
We are in Haldwani in Uttarakhand. The K Raza LLC Season 4. And that's not something which is rare over here. Spotting of animals, even the road that we have, that we come from the hotel to the stadium. There are boards everywhere that says beware, animals crossing, go slow. Beautiful location, beautiful place for the game of cricket. Spectators also coming in big numbers. I haven't seen international cricketers play in Uttarakhand for so many years, but now, thanks to the K Raza LLC Season 4, superstars in action. 41 for 2. Within the first power play, the field now being spread. Another bowling change is going to be Farman, who comes in, is replacing Chaturanga. Farman Ahmed, 11 matches, has picked up 6 wickets at an economy of 7.4 with the best of 4 in an inning. Oh, this time around the ball doesn't stay low. That's a bounce.
Yes. It's okay. I wouldn't expect
Munawira. He must be surprised. He was expecting a little turn, but because of the bounce, not able to play the ball properly. Well, I think the ball is not turning. It's just after pitching, it's a double pace kind of pitch. So you have to just adjust with the pace. That's a better connection. I think you have to just wait, let the ball come to you.
Hamilton Masakadza, the skipper today for the Southern Superstars, won the toss, just starting to bat first, started run a ball. Completely opposite to the way he batted last evening, was in a hurry to get the match over. But then a couple of boundaries here and there. Then the second last over of the power play. The score was 32 for no loss. All of a sudden it was 32 for 2. It was Chaturanga, then Pereira picking up those 2 wickets. Now Farman coming in. Red, you mentioned about the wicket. Double paced, so as a batter, what is it that you have to be extremely careful about?
I think you should be just thinking about rotating the strike rather than just hitting boundaries. And you should think about targeting the bowler. If you keep talking about the pitch, it's going to be... It's always going to put a lot of pressure. You can see the placement here. He just placed the ball in the gap and he got 4. It's because of the pace of the bowler's arm. Especially, you have to be very careful when you are bowling to a batter like Munawira. Just placed the ball in the gap and he got 4. So, it never looked like as if he went for a 4. It just looked like he just wanted to place the ball. Again, the same kind of theory.
Good over this for the Superstars. 7 of it after 7, 48 for 2.
Yeah, Afi. Let's go.
Chaturanga and Pereira, the wicket takers. Anurit started 15 runs considering the 2 overs that he's bowled, and so has Rishi Dhawan. Just missed the line and the length at times against Hamilton Masakadza. But Chaturanga and Farman have been spot on. Farman, the over that he's bowled, giving away 7 runs. But with Chaturanga, the over that he's bowled is picked up a wicket and giving away only a run. Oh, short ball way outside the off stump and a late cut, maybe an edge, whatever that has happened, the result is perfect for the Superstars. 50 up in the 8th over.
Putting pressure on the first ball, especially watching the ball till the end and playing so late after it crosses Munawira. Munawira just keeping things simple, rotating strike on regular intervals. And I think you shouldn't be looking for 200 or 180, 190 kind of score. You should be just looking how we can just keep going without losing any wicket, using those calculative risks. If you go 9 runs per over, 167 would be a very good total. And if you play exceptionally well, it's going to be 190. But first, try and play each and every bowler, each and every delivery according to its merit. And you have to use your footwork, that's for sure, especially Puneet Mehra. Otherwise, if you are not sure about your footwork, then you only go for sweep shots.
There we go, sensible work. The projected score that we score, if they keep scoring at 7 runs and over, 140. 9 runs and over, maybe 160 plus. So 11 runs per over. Are they thinking about it? What's it, Rajat? Are they thinking about 11 runs per over?
I don't think they should be thinking about 11 runs per over. They must be thinking that how they can reach 100 and then 150. Munawira just using his skills, just trying to read bowler's mind and playing according to that.
Straight over the bowler's head. No chance for the two fielders. That'll be 4 to end the 8th, 58 for 2. The best partnership so far was for the first wicket between Hamilton Masakadza and Bisht. It wasn't an aggressive partnership, but they didn't lose wickets for the first 28 balls, scoring 32 runs. The last ball of the previous over perfectly placed straight over the bowler's head.
I think best place to go for is above bowler's head. Bowler bowling straight in the arc of Munawira, and he's taking that advantage. He's a very good batter. Very matured. I'm sure he must be keeping an eye on these current run rate. If you play normally, you will be scoring around 145 with this kind of run rate. But I'm very sure in the end, when you just free your arms, you go around 160, 170, and that's what it's required.
Southern Superstars playing their second game. The K Raza LLC Season 4. Going to be Farman to continue. Rajat, you spoke to them at length yesterday. The result was perfect. Did you have a chat with the boys today before the match?
Not really, to be honest. We just had a small chat, and it was just regarding what kind of team combination we can bring instead of me. Other than that, we never had any kind of conversation regarding how we should be batting, because most of the batters didn't bat. We have few batters in the dugout still waiting. I think Ajit can bat.
Oh, yeah.
But right now, the batters who are set, they should take advantage. They should try to build innings.
Opening the face of the bat. Beautiful timing there and perfect placement as well from Munawira. No risks at all, yet gets 4 runs.
Munawira using the pace of the bowler, slicing the ball between point and short third man, making sure that he plays it really nicely. And next ball, rotating the strike.
Perfectly done, isn't it? We always keep on saying experienced players. Yes, they certainly are experienced players. They've played for so many years after retirement at the K Raza LLC. Knowing exactly what is the need of the hour. The projected score at 148. If you look at the timeline, couple of boundaries. 3 boundaries there, if you can see in the timeline. There's singles as well. Very few dot balls. And with the end of the power play, that's what you expect from the batters. Keep rotating the strike. Good time for Asghar Afghan to just have a chat with his bowlers. How do we go ahead breaking this partnership? Inside out, and again a beautiful looking shot from the left-hander Puneet Mehra. Asghar Afghan will have a lot to discuss.
Playing around cover region. It's a big gap and taking that advantage. Asghar not happy with the last ball. After 9 overs, it's 68 for 2 and umpires taking the timeout.
The Southern Superstars winning the toss, deciding to bat first today. 9 overs, 68 for 2. Masakadza Bisht dismissed from 1913, and then it's been the Munawira story. 15 balls, 21. Yeah, perfect technique, timing of the cricket ball by Munawira. 4 fours to his name, 15 balls, 21. He's been rotating the strike against the spinners. He's placing the ball perfectly in the gaps. Not a single chance that he's given so far for the Royal Riders of Punjab. And that's the story so far with the bowlers. 5 bowlers used. Chaturanga and Pereira have picked up a wicket each. Chaturanga has bowled that only over, giving away only a run. He's picked up a wicket, but since then he hasn't bowled. Picked up the important wicket of Hamilton Masakadza. They'll come back after the strategic timeout. Last 15 balls, that's been the story. 26 runs scored with 5 fours. No wicket loss, and this partnership now worth 36 of 24. Chaturanga comes back. The left arm spinner, and this is something that we've been seeing from Munawira. Knows exactly where the fielders are placed. Perfectly placed, he'll get 2 now.
Clever batting by Munawira. Watching the ball till the end, playing it so late on this kind of pitch where the ball is pitching and coming slow. It's not easy to play so fine. Have to be very sure about these shots. Playing with bowler's mind. You never know, he might go over covers now.
Yeah, there we go. He's heard you, Captain. The captain says he might go over covers, and that's exactly what Munawira has done.
See, as a bowler, you have to be smart enough to understand what the batter is looking for. Previous ball, the way he played, I'm very sure he wanted the bowlers to ball in those areas. Superstars going really good.
What a knock this has been so far from Munawira. Phil Mustard also just having a chat. Telling him, yeah, good shot for sure. Short ball again. Is bowling everywhere currently. Chaturanga, after giving away only a run in the first over, he's missed his length so far.
Well, and good thing about Puneet Mehra that he's consistently rotating the strike. 10 balls, 13. He's not playing those dot balls and putting the pressure on himself and to the other batter. Munawira getting that strike time to time, and he's playing those calculative, risky shots. So a batter, especially if he's a left-hander, is an advantage sometimes, especially when you are playing against a left-arm spinner. Makes job little easy to rotate strike, and at the same time takes away by taking the pressure away from the other batter as well.
They lost those 2 wickets in a matter of 2-3 balls, and then after that they had to consolidate at the same time, take care of the run rate as well. They've done exactly that. 8 runs of that over, 10 overs, 76 for 2.
So the 2 wickets to fall pretty quickly in quick succession in successive overs, but since then this partnership has built really nicely. 44 from 30 on a little bit of a recovery, so 10 overs gone, 76 on the board. They'll be pretty happy with that, actually. They would have thought perhaps Hamilton Masakadza would have been the man up the top to do the heavy hitting, but Munawira and Punit are showing that they can do it too, sharing it around between them in this partnership. Munawira 28 of them, Punit 14 the last 30 balls, 44 for 1. So Tazara Pereira into the attack, 385 matches and a best of 5 for 26. So this partnership building nicely, but it's just the 2 wickets have gone down, really slowed things down early. The first one to go down, the big one, Hamilton Mazakadze, gone for 19, and then just looking to go for the big slog sweep. Bisht sent on his way, so both openers back in the dugout. Yeah, this partnership pushing along nicely. Moves on to 46 from 32. So that opening partnership, 32 of 28 before Mazakadze was sent on his way, and then quick successive wickets brought these two together. 46 now from 32, and sharing it around. Munawera doing slightly heavier lifting, but it takes 2 to tango, and they're working really nicely as a pair. Squared up and happy to just walk through for a single.
They kept a little low as well. You can see the smiles as well. Seem to be enjoying themselves out there. That partnership of 47. Everyone seems to have forgotten that Hamilton Mazakadze. Lots was expected of him tonight, but such is the format of the game. Ever smiling person. It's such a wonderful person to have in your dugout. Rajat has had very good things to say about him.
Completely confused him out of the back of the hand. Just rehearsing that shot. Nice to see Thisara using his change-ups.
Yeah, you see that very rarely do they come off, but once you do execute it properly, it makes it really difficult for the batsman. Dropped off the pace, just that bit of a wrist involved. Gone back to pace now.
Don't capitalise on the misfield. They were on the fortunate side of 6 drop catches when they played the Odisha side just a couple of nights ago. Don't want to let it creep into their game too much as well.
I don't know, I think you're probably hoping at about 150 now. 150 easy now. 160, 170 is a bonus.
Well bowled, right on the toes. So it should just be a single to end. A pretty tidy over 5 from it, 81 for 2.
Follow TP.
Despite the slightly lower temperature this evening, the fans are still rolling in to see the legends in action. 2 teams looking strong as well, both coming off the back of a win, so they'll be hoping to see some really exciting cricket. We've always seen a couple of big sixes, or just 1 big six even from Hamilton Mazakadze, some really nice bowling as well, and they'll be hoping the excitement continues. So Chaturanga starts his 3rd. Misley and picked up the wicket so far, and that brings up the 50 partnership. The single just pushed out by Puneet.
They've looked good, the 2 of them. When you talk about a partnership, you talk about a team, 2 players who are complementing each other. 50 of 37 at a very good time. Remember, they lost both their wickets at 32. First Mazakadze and then Bisht. So they've definitely resurrected. They just need to keep on going now.
Ball's just short. And I think that's hurt Anirudh's hand, ricocheted in the air off his arm. Funny bone, you just have to shake it off.
He likes cutting the ball, doesn't he? He's done that a number of times, and that bounce there, we've seen that on that side of the field as well. Now you've got 2 chasing the ball. Put 2 more chasing the ball, no problem whatsoever. The runs keep on coming for Munawera. Another 4 of his bat.
Yeah, advances down the pitch and gets to the pitch of the ball all along the carpet. 2 fielders almost as if they thought they might collide, so they both slowed up a little bit. And in the end, the ball wins the race.
Look good, Munawira. He's looked very good. Even last night, even though it was an innings of just 18, looks like a player who's been in form. There you go again.
Clubbed very straight, and this one will be cut off.
Yeah, if you pitch anything up to Munawira, he's going to go at it. He just loves it, doesn't he? Time and again, he's tried taking the ball out to the boundary. And that's probably the lesson for all the bowlers. Don't pitch too high up for him. The batsman who is in form, he's in good touch as well. And it's pretty evident with the way he's playing.
Beautifully played, swept away. Fielder doesn't even bother trying to move. 4 off the back end of the over, 12 gone, 91 for 2. Consistently scoring above that 8-run mark, but no massive overs just yet. But actually that's okay, because the consistent run scoring, they're going at over 7.5 at the moment, and these two look in really fine form. Munawira especially, 35 from his 27, but Puneet, that beautiful looking sweep shot, gets right down to it to close out the 12th over.
And you know the best part about it, Georgie, is that they played risk-free cricket. Not at any time has it looked like they've tried doing something out of the ordinary. It's just plain and simple. Good cricket, good judgment, good shot selection. And they continue again.
As Thisara starts his second over, just 5 runs from his first, so tidy. They're just trying to dry up that run scoring and then force them to try and play a few riskier shots and get the run rate back up.
You know, if I'm captain Asghar Afghan, I'd probably give another over to Anureet or Rishi just to break the partnership.
Waits for this and absolutely dispatched. That goes all the way for a maximum.
Completely fumbled the length that time to Thisara Pereira. And in the kind of form that Munawira is, that is a dolly. That is a gift. He wasn't going to leave it. Just the right kind of connection, the proper connection. Don't bother running after it. First 6 of the innings for Munawira.
And good running, putting the pressure on the fielder.
Yeah, like we were saying, if I was Asghar Afghan, I'd probably get in Rishi or Anureet, just give them the 1 over. Forget about what's going to happen towards the back end of the innings. Just get them in, try breaking that partnership. Because as things stand right now, it just seems a bit too easy for both the batsmen. They know what's coming at them. Throw something different. You never know, those 6 deliveries might just break that partnership, and that could be your moment to just go through that batting lineup.
Well bowled, but a beautiful looking shot, gets under it, straight enough. Fielder, a bit of football. Anureet, he might not be bowling, but he's playing football as the 100 comes up for the Superstars.
Yeah, I think Manchester United is calling. There you go. Again, good timing, good shot selection again from both of them. They've looked so good out there in the middle. Anureet Singh doing his best to stop the 4 runs. The runs have been coming quick and fast. Last 30 deliveries, 46 runs. They've been scoring a boundary every 2-3 deliveries.
Short, helped on its way, and it's going to be another, turning into an expensive over now. Already 13 from it, and still 1 to come.
Yeah, this hasn't been the best example of control from a bowler. You'd have to say this over for Thisara Pereira, especially if your fine leg is up. You can't afford to bowl so slow and so short. Another gift for the batsman, though credit to Puneet now, who's moving to 28 of 18, striking at 155. He's got 4 boundaries as well, so complementing Muravira perfectly.
They'll keep the strike for the beginning of the next over. 13 gone, 105 for 2. Biggest over of the match so far, 14 runs coming from it, finding the boundary twice, one of them on the full as well. So the run rate now up over 8 again. Munawira into the 40s, Puni at the other end striking nicely for a strike rate 152. He's 29 from 19, and this is also the biggest partnership in the tournament so far, 73 from 48. The Superstars only played their first game yesterday, and they're showing just how strong their batting lineup is already.
I'm still waiting when Asghar Afghan is going to take that call. Farman's coming in for his 3rd over. Need to do something different. These two are looking set. They're looking very good. And the way they're going right now, if you end up scoring 170 plus, just so difficult. We've not seen it happen at all. On current evidence, no one's even been able to chase down 150. So if you get 170, it becomes so difficult.
Back over his head, couldn't be straighter, and 4 more to the total.
They're loving it. They're absolutely loving it. Muravira is loving it. He's not complaining. Another dolly being given by Farman. You pitch it up there. This man is going to make you pay. He's in that kind of form. You keep it too slow, you keep it low, he's going to cut you. That's the rhythm you're seeing with Munawira when he's out there in the middle.
Beautiful placement, plays it so late. That's the sign of a man in form, and he brings up his 50 with back-to-back boundaries. 50 coming up in just 32 deliveries.
Yeah, we just said it in the last delivery. This time he went a little shorter. Didn't have to do anything. Played it as late as possible, Pierced through the field. And he's been a delight to watch. An absolute treat to watch, Dilshan Munawira. What an addition he's been to the Legends League 4.0. Yesterday scored those 18 runs. He looked very good to get those 18. But today, if Hamilton Masakadze hasn't got the big ones, no problem. Dilshan Munawira is there, 50 now of 32.
Good response, right on the toes and dug out his partnership. Now 83 from just 52. So continue at this rate and get themselves to 168, but they've got plenty of wickets in hand as well, so you can almost then start to take more risks and just think, right, it's still batting to come.
Yeah, you're going at about 8.31 right now. Either you think of going for 10 and over, 11 and over. Do you want to take that risk? Or you say, listen, 8.31 will get us close to about 160, 170, and that's more than enough.
And he's got hold of that. That is massive, beautiful looking stroke. 14 gone, 121 for 2. This partnership now 89 from 54, by far and away the biggest partnership of the tournament so far. Playing in their second game, the defending champions Southern Superstars, showing exactly why they won that trophy last season and how much they want to keep a hold of it. And look at that, look at the balance. And it just kept climbing, didn't it? For a moment I thought it might have gone straight up in the air, and it came flying towards us. beautiful looking shot.
Look, I was talking to their captain and our fellow commentator Rajat Bhatia as well. I said, listen, you guys are looking like title favourites now. You guys have a good mix of experience and players who are still in touch with the game. Two of them are out there in the middle. You've got an informed batsman in Hamilton Masakadza. You've got good bowlers in Ajit Chandila. Last 16 balls, 39 runs. Wow, what an entrance this has been for the Southern Superstars. 121 for 2. At current rate, you go to 172. At 10 and over, you go to 181. Wow.
Shinwari has handed the ball now. Got to try and break this partnership because it's taking the game away. Defies physics and gets it through. And what a partnership this has been. It now moves to 90. These two came together with 2 wickets down. Looked like a little bit of a rebuild was needed, and they just took it on from the off.
And the one thing that really stands out in this partnership, there is no risk cricket being played over here. It is risk-free cricket. Just some wonderful shot selection, wonderful execution as well, reading the length of the ball perfectly, and just choosing the right moment to attack. That's been the quality of this partnership. And as soon as I said that, he did that.
But sometimes when it's your day, it just pays off. It's a good effort catching up with that. Just gone through everything.
Yeah, completely missed it. Was going for the big one again. And I guess the conversation between those two is now probably start getting a few more runs. Start going for 10, 11 or over. Start looking for at least 2-3 boundaries per over. What's the harm? You still got 8 wickets in hand.
Yeah, it's a beautiful shot. Bisects the 2 fielders. Hard enough, flat enough, and fast enough to be 4 more.
He moves on to 42 of 24. Was short there, was Shinwari, and Puneet Mehra, in the kind of form that he's in, was not going to leave that. Waited for it, and then made sure he got the 4 runs. He's not happy with it. His captain is not happy with it at all. They cut a very different picture. The Southern Superstars, just their 2nd game of the Legends League, already on course to score the biggest score, team total, in the league this season.
You'd say he'd have to go back and do that one again. The last 30 balls, 55 runs coming from it.
Yeah, they've just not been giving them anything. Nothing whatsoever. Cut them some slack, guys. They're legends at the end of the day. Cut them a little bit of slack. I'm just trying to figure out what Asghar can do now. You've put out Shinwari, okay, you're trying something different to break this partnership, but your 2 best bowlers are Anureet Singh and Rishi. Get them on. You need to break this partnership, else it'll be too late by the time you bring him on.
Saw him coming. It's well bowled in the end. It's got him in all sorts of a tangle.
.97 of 60. What a partnership it's been. The second highest partnership before this was from the Southern Superstars, 72 between Masakadza and Munawira. And there you go. 1 bounce, misjudged it, got the 4.
And that brings up the 100 partnership, 101 from 61. Puneet moves on to 46, 15 overs gone, 133 for 2. By far and away the biggest partnership of the tournament so far. 101 from 61 from Munawira and Puneet. One of them's got a half century to his name and the other's on 46 now. And looks like it's taking the game away from the Riders. and bringing up the 100 partnership. Just caught in two minds out in the field, and he was not happy about it, old Shinwari. And smiles between the two out in the middle. 101 now from 61. And with that, we are going to have a change in bowler. So Anirudh Singh is going to come back into the attack to try and break this partnership. Starts with the slower ball. Good work, smart cricket.
Well, this partnership is doing the real damage, especially Munawira, the way he played his inning. Never looked like as if he went for the boundaries. He just placed the ball in those gaps, especially playing very close to the body and waiting for the ball to come. And still playing with authority.
Yeah, a little bit of a miscue there, but scampering through easily enough with the single. So Puneet now on strike. He's 46 from 27. Strike rate 170.
Thank you.
I think this is a very crucial stage, especially when you have 8 wickets in hand. They should be just thinking to just continue the way they are playing. Try to play with bowler's mind, what he's trying to do the next ball, and just playing according to that.
Well bowled, well played. Beautifully played by Puneet, and that's quite a way to bring up your 50. He brings up 50 from just 28 deliveries. Strike rate almost at 180 and gets a pat on the back from his batting partner. But job not done, work not done. Two very happy batters out in the middle.
Puneet Mehra getting selected very late in this tournament, especially for this team, but using his batting skills and taking full advantage, making the difference. What a way to bring his 50.
Full start from Anirudh Singh. He'll go back and do that one again. Never looked like he was going to bowl that, did he? Just jogging through.
Bringing mid-off up and taking fine leg back. I think Anirudh might be trying for a slow bouncer against Puneet Mehra. Short third man, point, covers and mid-off. These are the 4 fielders in the 30-yard circle.
Plays nicely. There is protection out in the deep, so just one more to the total. Really trying to slow down the scoring rate, force them to do something so they can break this partnership now. 107 from 65.
Royal Riders must be thinking what had gone wrong. But this partnership, 65 ball, 107, doing the real damage. Bowler getting upset from the fielder, bringing him up, going round the wicket. I think he'll go for Yorkers against Munawira. Especially you get to see bowlers doing all this when they don't have any kind of answers.
Full toss. Could there be a chance? Yes, there is. Finally, the partnership is broken, and it's Rishi Dhawan who takes the catch.
Anirudh using his experience and skills. This time a low full toss missed by Munawira. Straight in the hands of Rishi Dhawan. standing on long on. Little disappointed, never got that kind of connection, but made a valuable 53 runs out of 37 balls. It's 139 for 3.
So they'll be very pleased they've managed to break this partnership, and now time to talk about it as we're going to have a strategic timeout. Finally, the third wicket down, but a really strong batting effort from Munawira. The two openers went relatively cheaply by their standards, but then Puneet and Munawira both bringing up their 50s. And Puneet bringing it up with a beautiful looking 4 at the end, but 7 4s and a 6 along the way. 51 not out from 29 for the Southern Superstars batter, getting the opportunity to showcase his skills today. That was one of the biggest of the lot. He's still out there, 51 from 29, and they've had to share it around among the bowlers to try and break these partnerships, try and change fortunes, and in the end it was the opening pacer, Anirudh, who made the difference. So Wakarula Ishak out to the middle, 5 innings and a best of 19. In the air, all the way, huge, flat, hard, 6 to open his account, 16 gone, 145 for 3. The youngsters all in watching the party here at the Indira Gandhi Stadium here in Haldwani. So 145 up after 16 overs, and that is quite some way to open your account.
What a way to start his inning, especially when you go in the first ball, you hit a 6. Waqas seems to be in a good touch. And I'm very sure most of his Afghanistani friends, they know what he can do. That's the wicket of Monavera. Trying to connect the ball, but still not able to get that kind of connection what he was getting on the previous deliveries.
Doesn't quite get a hold of it, and it's good work in the end in the deep.
Raghav Dhawan as a substitute fielder. First he went for the catch, but then he decided just to stop the boundary. You get very little time just to make that decision.
Right on the toes, scampering through. You can see Puneet, the non-striker, set off like a rat out of a trap on that first run, but it will just be a single.
Nice and easy catch for Rishi Dhawan. Especially, you always tell the best fielders to stand on long off, because you know that most of the catches, especially in the death overs, go there only.
Skewed up in the air. Just enough to go over Anirit. Out on the boundary, 6 more. And it brings up the 150 for the Superstars with 3.5 overs still to play with.
What a way to get the 150 for his own team. That connection made a lot of difference. I think the moment it hit the bat, Puneet Mehra knew it's going to clear the boundary.
Looks to launch this leg side, just finds a bottom edge. And it'll be kept to a single.
Nine runs from these 4 deliveries, 2 more balls to go. Third 50 just came from 23 balls. And that 50 is only possible because the first 50 you took time from 43 balls, and after that you accelerated the inning.
Well bowled, right on the toes, no hesitation at all, barely even appeal. Plumb as you like, and Ishak puts his bat under his arm and heads off.
He's not taking the review. Looked like as if from the non-striker, Puneet Mehra told that you're out. No need to waste the review and time as well. 7, Ishak scored. It's 154 for 4.
So Puneet's still there at the other end. He's 59 from 32 as Abhishek Raut comes out to join him. A best of 74 not out, and is just 150 in his career. So just over 3 overs to play with. And this is what brought him to the middle. Plumb as you like. Didn't even appeal. Didn't even review it even. A muted appeal. Just points straight at the umpire, and the finger went up. No hesitation.
Thisara went for a Yorker, and Wakare Sheikh had no clue. New batter, Raut, playing in the gap. They'll go for 2. And finishing it very comfortably. After 17 overs, it's 156 for 4.
So continue at this rate, get themselves to a very healthy 183, but they can push on. They've got wickets in hand, they've got a set batter out there in the middle who's found 2 6s and 7 4s along the way to his 59. So they could very easily get themselves up around that 190 mark if they really go from here.
I think they should be aiming around 190 now. It all depends how we take down these bowlers, especially Anurit. He's going to be bowling his last over. I think Rishi has got 2. And I'm very sure Thisara is going to bowl the next over from that end. I think that's very important, that instead of just going for a shot every ball, instead of that you should be just making sure that to minimize those dot balls.
Chipped in the air, 2 fielders out in the deep on that side, and it bisects both of them.
Good thinking by Puneet, trying to just connect that ball instead of hitting it hard. There's a big gap between deep square leg and deep mid wicket, and placing the ball in that gap is very crucial, and that's what he's been doing.
He's warned that it's going to hurt the bouncer.
He can take that pin, especially by hitting the first ball for a boundary. Sometimes you try to put that kind of pressure. Once you hit a boundary, the next ball coming very slow from the pitch. Puneet, I think it's very important, especially the short ball, that you have to take an extra bit of time and just wait for the ball to come close to you. Anurit, as an experienced bowler, he knows what to do, especially on these kind of pitches.
Pushing deep backward square, finer down to fine leg. Full and right on the toes again. They're happy to just scamper through for a single. That's what they've done so well as well. It's not just been about finding the boundaries. They've rotated the strike nicely throughout the innings. First 100-run partnership, and from your team, how do you feel about that one?
Well, it's a very responsible inning, especially by Munawira. After losing few batters in front of him, he kept on going, and then having a good partnership with Puneet Mehra was the key, especially because of the score what we can see right now.
Not connected with this one. Bowler sets himself and he takes it. Anuri again with the wickets, and it's a big one. It's Puneet who's going to have to go.
Not able to read that slow one, Anurit. He's a very clever bowler, especially in the death overs. Rolling his wrist, keeping the ball away from Puneet Mehra. Puneet not able to make out what was that. Anurit getting his second wicket. He was a little expensive today, but still getting the crucial man, Puneet. Puneet Mehra scored 63, it's 162 for 5.
So Ajit Tandila comes out to the middle. He was the hero with the ball in the previous game, picking up 4 wickets. Now he's got an opportunity with the bat. Right on the toes to start with, but he's off the mark straight away.
Well, this is a good thing. Any new batter who's coming in, he's not playing those dot balls and he's rotating the strike. Last wicket of Puneet Mehra, trying to play over covers and completely lost control.
Yeah, gets under it. Good bit of aggression. 18 gone, 163 for 5. So 2 overs still to play with, 163 for 5 on the board. That in itself is a very healthy target, but 2 more overs still to play with.
Well, I'm sure the batters must be looking for a few big strokes. At the same time, the bowler will be trying their best to just save those boundaries. Bringing short third man up, short fine leg, point fielder and a cover fielder.
Big swing and a miss. Well, you can see the intent there from Chandila, who he's only going to play one way.
I think you should be looking only for 2 things, but let's have a look on these wickets. Most wickets of the season, when we talk about it's 2 matches, 5 wickets, Anurit leading the table. Then Amit Verma, 5 wickets from these 2 games. These 2 bowlers are really valuable for the teams.
Right in the block hole, well bowled. He's frustrated that that squirts away for a single.
That's the quality of Sara Pereira, that he can bowl Yorkers at any given point of time. Not that easy, even after retirement, that he's able to bowl those Yorkers on a consistent basis.
Again, really well bowled. They've not really got an answer for him. This is just the over they needed at the back end of this innings to try and just slow that back end run scoring and take a bit of momentum into their batting innings.
Losing that control. Sometimes when you try to play a very hard-hitting stroke, you lose your balance.
Misses his length. And get away with one again, just be another single.
I think that's where you should be taking advantage. You know, those loose deliveries, instead of hitting it hard, you should try to have a better connection. Sometimes a better connection can give you more rewards.
Straight through everything. Well stopped in the end by Phil Mustard behind the stumps too.
No boundary so far, 1 more ball to go. Only 3 runs have come so far. This is the stage where they should be thinking to use those skills where you can beat those inside fielders, especially those short third man and point fielder.
Beautifully played. We thought we were going to get through an over without a boundary there, but just gets across and gets under it nicely. 19 gone, 170 for 5. One over still to play in this innings. 170 for 5 already on the board. And that was really nicely played. Does well to get under it off the last ball of the over that had been very tidy until that point. So 1 over still to go, and it's going to be Rishi to bowl the final over.
Not every shot you need power. Sometimes you have to be just clever enough, just trying to use the pace of the ball. The last ball of previous over, I think Ajit Chandela should be doing the same thing. He's got that ability to clear boundary, but for that you need to watch the ball, try to get that kind of connection. It should come the sweet part of the bat, then only you'll be able to clear it.
Clubbed, and again there is a man out there at long off, so it'll just be another one to the total. This has been really good death bowling, because they look like they could be on for 190 at one point and then just been dragged back in the last couple of overs.
I think that's a very important phase where some teams they restrict runs and some teams they get runs. I think so far Royal Riders are on top, especially when it comes to death overs.
Gone. Showed all the stumps, slower ball, swings for the hills, and in the end, it's the death rattle.
Rishi Dhawan bowling that slower one, making sure the ball should land in the stumps, missing it by miles. Umpire wants to have a check at the no ball. If it's a no ball, then he'll be very disappointed, that's for sure.
Looks absolutely fine to me. The big red shoes behind the line.
Well, umpire checked it and reviewed it, and I think it's a legal delivery, so the batter has to come out. Raut scored 8 runs. It's 171 for 6.
Gets under it. Great start for Jangid. He picks up 4.
Jangid freeing his arms and getting that kind of connection, even though he wanted to aim towards the deep mid-wicket area, but able to bisect the gap between deep mid-wicket and deep square leg. Getting a boundary is very important right now, and that's what Jangid did.
Ball toss all along the carpet. 2 fielders are just going to watch it go between them. Leaking runs here in this final over.
Using his power, especially making a Yorker a low full toss. Playing it straight, close to the bowler. Finding those gaps with ease.
Tries to give it the big swing. There's going to be a run out because Chandila had just set off, and he plays with him, and it's a run out off the final ball of the innings. So that means that the Superstars have made 179 for 7 from their 20 overs. That target will be the highest chase needed so far in the tournament, 180 if the riders are to try and bag themselves a win here. But you'd be very happy with 179, the Superstars, although at a point looked like they could have got more. They were dragged back a little bit. It seems like a very good total.
Well, to be honest, they are just 11 runs short. If you see, they've scored 179. They must have aimed around 190. But you have to satisfy your team at some stage that this total is equally good, especially on this kind of pitch. This total can always give them that kind of tension, how to chase it.
The two openers, they started things off with a relative partnership, but then when Munawira and Puneet came out to the middle, the first 100 partnership we've seen in the tournament so far, they really did the heavy lifting in this Superstars batting lineup, both bringing up their half centuries. And then the bowlers just dragging themselves back into the game at the back end. They'll be pleased that only 4 extras were bowled, but it has been an expensive innings, 179 put up on the board.
When it comes to partnership, with 107 partnership of Munawira and Puneet Mehra. Munawira scored 53 and Puneet got 51 from this partnership. Even Masakadza and Bisht, they had a partnership of 32. Bowlers, Anurit got 2. 1 wicket each for Rishi Chaturanga and Pereira, and 1 wicket for Thisara.
Yeah, well, Anurit, he was the pick of the bowlers, dragged things back at the end there. 2 wickets for him from his 4 overs, and we're going to go downstairs and hear from him now.
जी अनुरीत सिंह हमारे साथ है। अनुरीत, वो एक अच्छी पार्टनरशिप पनप रही थी तीसरे विकेट की, क्या सोच थी जब आप गेंदबाजी के लिए आए?
प्लान बहुत क्लियर था कि लास्ट ओवर्स चलेंगे तो यॉर्कर्स के लिए जाऊंगा, और कोशिश यही थी कि एग्जीक्यूट प्रॉपर हो। बट यस, अनफॉर्चुनेटली वो मेरे रेडार मतलब आ गया, वो मेरे विकेट जो मेरे को चाहिए था वो विकेट मेरे फेवर में था, तो अच्छे एरियाज में बॉल डाला तो अच्छा हुआ हमारे लिए।
और गेंदबाजी अच्छी थी, उसके साथ साथ आपकी फील्डिंग भी, 1-2 अपने स्टॉप्स किए थे और वो कैच भी लिया था कॉटन बोल्ट, बहुत ही बेहतरीन था।
जी बिल्कुल, स्लोअर वन डाला था तो थोड़ा सा टाइम मिल गया बॉल पकड़ने के लिए, तो अच्छा कैच हुआ मेरे लिए वो।
और विकेट की अगर बात करें तो कल ज़्यादा रन्स बने थे नहीं, आज 179 रन्स बने हैं। क्या आपको लगता है चेस कर पाएंगे आप?
बिल्कुल, विकेट अच्छा है, स्लो विकेट है, स्लो पाटा विकेट है, तो कह सकते हैं कि विकेट पे अगर टाइम लेंगे, विकेट पे स्टे करेंगे तो अच्छा रहेगा।
ऑल द वेरी बेस्ट, मजा आपकी गेंदबाजी देख के।
थैंक यू।
So that target from their 20 overs for the Royal Riders Punjab to bag themselves a win and continue their winning ways against the defending champions here tonight. They need 180 to win. We're going to head for a short break now, but don't go anywhere because very soon we'll be back with the chase. Vintage Mazakadza.
Beautiful looking shot.
That's the sign of a man in form when he brings up his 50. And that's quite a way to bring up your 50. Welcome back to the K Raza Legends League, match number 7. The Royal Riders Punjab taking on the Southern Superstars here at the Indira Gandhi Stadium in Haldwani. So it's defending champions Southern Superstars. They were in action last night and then in action again tonight. Won the toss, decided to have a bat first. Hamilton Mazakadza captaining tonight, electing to bat. Well, they started relatively quickly, 32 for the first partnership, but then Munawira and Puneet came together, the 100 partnership. And Puneet, he was looking sensational for his half century tonight. They didn't really have an answer for him. 63 from 35, 8 fours and 2 sixes along the way. And didn't really matter whether it was pace, whether it was spin, and he sent it to all parts, not just playing in one way. And that was a lovely touch to bring up the half century. So celebrations for Puneet. So the Southern Superstars, that partnership 107 between Munawira and Puneet was the most important of the knocks, and it's all about whether you can just build around one big partnership in a T20 game, and that's exactly what they've had there. It was set up at the top by Mazakadza and Bisht, but 107 off just 66 from Munawira and Puneet together helped get them up to that 179 for 7 that could easily have been 190. And Dilshan Munawira, the other man to score a half century tonight, part of that century partnership, and they were crucial in tonight's run scoring. The run fest from the Superstars, 179 for 7. 23 fours and 5 sixes along the way, but it could easily have been higher. They were dragged back at the back end by the bowlers, mainly Anuri, who picked up 2 wickets in the back end just to slow things down a little bit. But it was a difficult toil out there in the middle for the Royal Riders Punjab bowlers. Ashgar Afghan, his team were asked to field first. The first one that went down, the big wicket, the blaster from last night, Mazakadza, and then the second one just looking to hoik it leg side. Full tosses so often get wickets. Munawira, he played so well but just couldn't capitalise on the full toss. And then Waqar on his way as well. The left-hander, he'd also played so well for his half century. Well taken, caught and bowled in the end. And Abhishek Rao looking to launch it into tomorrow. He was clean bowled in the end, and then off the very final ball, Ravi Jangid run out. So that target, 180 from their 20 overs. They need to go at 9 and over. So they've got to try and break the back of this chase in the power play or in the restrictions in the first 6 overs. And plenty of fans in here again tonight at the Indira Gandhi Stadium here in Haldwani. And they came rolling in this evening. Didn't matter that it was slightly cooler temperatures here tonight. They just want to come and see the cricket, which is always heating up and always hot. So excited to see the legends in action. Young fans, older fans, face paint as always, and a full headset to boot. Plenty of celebrations. The music is pumping. They've been dancing, they've been partying, and they've been treated to a run fest so far by the Southern Superstars. 2 half centuries, a 100 partnership, and a target now of the highest in the tournament so far. That target is 180 for the Royal Riders Punjab to bag their 2nd win of the tournament. Remember, every team in this tournament has won a game so far, so they all sit on 2 points, but it's net run rate that separates them in that table at the moment. And it's actually the Southern Superstars, who only came to the party last night, who are sitting top of the table at the moment. And the way they batted tonight, they'll be feeling confident coming into defending this target. 180 is what the Riders need, and those are the 2 men coming out up the top to try and break the back of this chase in the power play. Phil Mustard there has left his batting partner behind. And they love it, enjoying every moment here at the K Raza Legends League.
So good start required now. They need to reach the 180 run mark. The Royal Riders Punjab against the super outfit of the Southern Superstars. They were brilliant with the bat in hand today again. Let's see how they deliver. Yesterday, Ajit Chandila was brilliant for the team in blue. The team in orange now, the Punjab Royal Riders, will Phil Mustard yet to fire the way he generally does. You see, seeing him in so many leagues, and he's just been scoring runs, going big as Colonel. Looks like there are going to be a few changes, but as of now, the openers. Yeah, Mohammad Shehzad wasn't there keeping the wicket, so he's coming as the impact player, giving company to Phil Mustard.
Phil Mustard, the Colonel. The Englishman, as you say, plays in plenty of leagues still around the world. The last few discussions here for the Southern Superstars. 180, that target for the Royal Riders.
Yeah, confirmation about the impact player. We've seen him coming in. Mohammad Shehzad comes in. The question is who goes out? Anurit Singh, his job's done. And what a job he performed today, breaking the all-important partnership of Puneet Mehra and Dilshan Munawira, picking up those 2 wickets. Brilliant work in the field as well. And when he spoke to him, he said the wicket is amazing. He said this is a Kadak wicket. That means it's perfect, hard surface, good to bat on. Expecting Mohammad Shehzad and Phil Mustard to go big.
Phil Mustard, 181 innings, the best of an unbeaten 97. He's got 22 50s to his name and over 4,000 runs. That strike rate, 122.
Divesh Patania was spot on last evening. 45 wickets for him in his T20 career and an economy of 7.4. He had the right areas last evening, making sure that the batters weren't able to score, and then just paved the way for Ajit Chandila to keep on picking up wickets. Big chase up now for the Royal Riders Punjab. A 180 required from their allotted 20 overs.
Captaining the side tonight, Hamilton Masakadza. They're winning the toss, deciding they would have a bat first. They'll be pleased with their 179. Perhaps felt they left a few runs out there at the back end.
Another impact player signal. This is going to be for the Southern Superstars. Oh, Kamran Khan comes in. He'll be live in action in place of Dilshan Munawira. I remember him playing for the Rajasthan Royals under Shane Warne, a prodigy. The Rajasthan Royals. He'll be in action. The left arm fast bowler.
Edge, sketchy, through the gap, 4 to start it off.
First ball, first over, 180 runs to win. Slip, maybe, maybe not. This time around, the knot has made sure that Mohammad Shehzad gets off the mark. Not very confidently, but he'll take it. 4 runs to get off the mark.
Two men out of the ring, square on the off and onside. This time doesn't get it past.
An interesting field placement now. There's a slip, kind of a flying slip. There's a short third as well, making it very obvious the line that Patania is going to stick to, and that's where he has been bowling. Yeah, there we go. The keeper's quite up. Generally, we see the first or second slip, not so behind. So there's a flying slip. There's a short third as well. There's a backward point. So the offside there is completely packed.
Tucks him up this time. And add a single to the total will bring Phil Mustard on strike for the first time tonight.
Yeah, he also had a look at the field, realizing that there's no point in just standing and delivering. Came down the track. Hamilton Masakadza, the captain today in the absence of Rajat Bhatia. Skipper yesterday for the Southern Superstars. What a start for them. A convincing victory a massive margin and does. The net run rate, positives of 5, table toppers after the first match that they played. Let's see if they can continue their momentum. They were brilliant with the bat in hand for sure.
And Phil Mustard is off the mark, the left-hander. The left-hand, right-hand combination up the top of this Royal Riders batting lineup means the field has to continually move around.
He'll want to spend some time there. Played the first match. He was kept extremely busy by the bowlers while he was keeping. Missed out on the second match. Today he's back in again. So for a solid foundation for the Royal Riders Punjab, both these openers have to fire.
Good bit of work in the field. That's what we noticed so much yesterday about the Southern Superstars side. They were so dynamic in the field. They were really on it. We've seen at times a little lackluster in the field from a few of the other sides, but they were tight, they were on it, they saved runs, and it was really crucial in just putting their foot on the throat of their opposition.
To all the catches, Abhishek Raut in particular, one with the long hair, he was brilliant. And now again, the field. Ajit Chandila was exceptional, the player of the match as well. Kamran Khan comes in today as the impact player.
For 1 to end the over, 7 gone. 7 for 1 gone, 7 for none. So, end of the first over, 7 runs on the board for the Royal Riders in this chase. And look at that for the top run scorers. Mohammad Shahzad, 3 innings, 95 runs. Then hot on his tail, Kuldeep Hooda, 93 to his name. Hamilton Mazakadze, he's coming up there. Majority of his runs scored last night. But now it's all about what's happening tonight. The impact player coming into action straight away, Kamran Khan.
Yep, played the franchise cricket, continues to keep playing tennis ball cricket across the country. Yeah, the action, many will remember. He played for Rajasthan in the Indian League under Shane Warne in the first few seasons. Coming from Mumbai, tough background that he's come from. Interesting action, creates an impact as well there. And there we go. The action hasn't changed. Keeps playing tennis ball cricket and professional cricket across the country.
It's unusual looking, but it works. I think that's the development of T20 cricket. You can have an unusual action and it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, there we go, the release. Perfect there for Kamran Khan. Perfect rhythm. Yeah, the height of the jump has reduced a bit for sure. And then after that release, whoa, the extension.
Too much width on offer, but again, there is protection out at deep point. Yeah, it's that left leg that sort of comes flying through, doesn't it? And he ends up... He lands, and then there's the release, and then the left leg is above his head, and he's almost horizontal to the ground. Get some ballet music over that one. One for the social team. Just beats that edge. He's got the smile, hasn't he? Just smiling assassin.
Spot on, Kamran Khan in the first over that is bowling. The K Raza LLC, perfect line, perfect length, beating the Colonel. Phil Mustard having absolute no idea what to do about that one. Fabulous start for Kamran.
Again, can't get it through that infield. So he's gone for just one run so far. He's got one to come in his first over. That's a happy looking captain, isn't it?
Certainly. Speaking of the start for the Royal Riders Punjab, the required rate at 9.4. And this is exactly what the captain must have hoped for, not giving away a lot of runs in the first few overs. First 11 balls, just 8 runs conceded.
Just the one from the over, 2 gone, 8 for none. Tidy start from the bowlers, just 8 runs coming from the first 2 overs. Shahzad opened his account with a boundary, but since then been kept quiet. Phil Mustard yet to get going at the other end, 1 from 4.
Farman, Gunatilaka, Shinwari, Asghar, Anurit, Rishi Dhawant, Sara Pereira. Unit for sure. Next to bat, Farman Ahmed, Dhanushka Gunatilaka, Samiullah Shinwari to come. It's been a steady start. No, it's been a very slow start in the first 2 overs for Punjab. Just 8 runs scored. Required run rate now at 9.5. Disciplined start by the 2 pacers, Pathania and Kamran Khan.
Just too good. We were saying it'd be so important to break the back of this chase early on inside the power play, but not being given anything to play with.
Yeah, looking for the ball in the slot. Nothing on the offer so far from Pathania. So Mohammad Shahzad will have to do something that he's been doing for so many years. Just go for the big ones. No point in just waiting for a poor delivery. That's not going to happen from Pathania. He has to capitalize.
Goes long, hasn't got enough of it, and in the end decides not to try and get there, Mazakadze. He put his skates on early, perhaps lost it in the sky temporarily.
Yeah, Shahzad had no option. He had to go big. Wasn't exactly in the slot, still backed himself. Just over the fielders there. At the 30-yard, Hamilton Mazakadze tried his best.
Tucks him up nicely, just scamper through for a single. Well, talking about breaking the back of a chase, it is so important to have your openers come out and fire early on. For Dilshan Munawira today, he looked in really nice form. Southern Superstars have got some batters in form at the moment, all seem to be finding it at the same time. And it was important for just setting up that innings early on. And 53 from 37, not too shabby that. Advances and decides against it. And it wasn't just Munawira, it was Puneet as well, who then said, right, what anything you can do, I can do too. Adding a half century to his name as well tonight, the left-hander. Small but mighty. And it was really classy looking knock. He just played the ball on its merits, at times given a little bit of luck. Quick hands, and that was one of the best of the lot. And soft touch at times, that was to bring up his half century. Appreciation to the dugout. So 2 half centuries for the Superstars tonight. Again, will just be a single.
They'll need a few half centuries as well. The Royal Riders Punjab. Hamilton Mazakadze, smile on his face. Phil Mustard just dealing in singles, struggling currently. 6 balls that he's faced. He scored only 2. Not getting it in the slot. Brilliant execution by Patania and Kamran Khan, who's just bowled an over so far. 4 in this over.
We've got no answer for this bowling at the moment. 3 gone, 12 for none. Crowds have been treated to a masterclass with the bat so far from the superstars, and now their opening bowlers are showing them that actually it can belong to the bowlers as well. Basically, the team in blue currently dominating here at the K Raza Legends League. Royal Riders, Punjab opening batters struggling to get going. Picked up, and that is how to get going. Phil Mustard, have some of that.
That's exactly where he wanted Phil Mustard. The first 3 overs were disciplined execution from the superstars. This time around, Kamran has the pace on the pads, exactly what Phil Mustard wanted. Sweet timing. Over square, a massive one, big 6.
Appreciation from Hamilton Masakadza. The mouth forming a perfect O as he watched that soar over the boundary rope.
Yeah, Kamran must have immediately realized he's heard in the line there against someone of the quality of Phil Mustard. You cannot do that.
And it's a good response from Kamran. He went for just 1 run in his first over, and then the first ball of his second gets dispatched like this. It was full, and it was just picked up so easily by Phil Mustard. Didn't have to power it at all, and that's flown almost over the back fence. It's gone miles.
And speaking of Kamran Khan, we talk of the Indian Premier League, the second season 2009. Shane Warne made sure that he picks Kamran Khan, looking at him in the nets. And in a match against Kolkata, he defended 6 runs of the final over and then bowled the super over against Chris Gale and Brendan McCullum, giving away only 11 runs.
Well, he's already given away 10 in this over. Second boundary of the over. Straight as he liked from Phil Mustard.
Yeah, again, the length there, right up there for Phil Mustard, and that's exactly the kind of deliveries Phil Mustard wanted. He'll be a little upset with himself. He couldn't go over the fielder at mid-on for the big one. Nonetheless, it'll help his confidence for sure.
And again, a good response from Kamran, but it's a boundary backed up with a single, so 11 from it so far, 1 still to come.
The fourth over, just 2 bowlers used by Hamilton Masakadza, still no spinner coming in. The question is it going to be Ajit Chandila now? Cannot allow Shehzad and Mustard to get settled in. Those 1s and 2s run a ball so far. Certainly, Masakadza must be thinking of a change.
"12 runs from the over, 4 gone, 24 for none. So the Royal Riders 24 for none. At this point, Superstars were 31 without loss, so not too much of a difference, but they did then start to accelerate, and I mean really accelerated. That 100 partnership in the middle, setting them up for a hefty score, 179. So 4 overs gone here, 24 on the board. That target 180, and we're going to have a change in bowler and a change in pace. We're going to go for some spin from Abhishek Sakuja. 15 matches. Economy 5.16, that's very tidy. And 3 for 10, his best figures.
In comes Sakuja. Thinking, is it going to be Ajit Chandila? But no, Hamilton Masakadza has gone ahead with Abhishek Sakuja. Mohammad Shehzad again. Played 13 balls, just scored 10. Now the kind of inning that he likes to play. 2 fielders on the leg side. There's a deep mid wicket and a long on.
Can't get it through, but quick hands from Shehzad.
A brilliant fielder there, Abhishek Raut. Picked up those important catches last evening. The bowling of Ajit Chandila, some of them were really difficult.
Steps across very early. He's almost given himself too much room, and he couldn't actually reach it in the end. But Sakuja starting with the dots. They're really building the pressure now. That required rate almost up at 10 already, and we're only in the 5th over. This time goes Ariel up and over the infield. We're in the power play here, so only 2 fielders out and no one out there, and a much needed boundary.
Ajit Chandila at covers, immediately having a chat with Abhishek Sakuja, saying that's not the length. You want to bowl to Shehzad with 2 fielders placed on the leg side boundary. You need to toss it up, invite the batter to go big on the leg side. But with the short balls, no fielder outside the 30 on the offside. The shot is on. 4 runs.
Great response. Someone like Sakuja, you just can't keep him quiet for very long. He was finally broke the shackles to find the boundary. And then this next delivery, just beating the edge. Again, looks to give himself the room. He's almost giving himself too much room. He's stepping across, showing it would almost be 6 stumps.
Looking to pierce the cap. Not able to achieve that, but now there'll be a sudden change in the field. All the fielders here and there. There's a right-hand, left-hand combination. Phil Mustard comes on strike. The matchup always with the left-arm spinner against Phil Mustard. Is he tossing it up, inviting Phil Mustard to go big? A similar field, 2 fielders on leg side, saving the boundary.
Beats the edge. 5 from the over, 5 gone, 29 for none.
Well, if we talk about most runs, it's Mohammad Shehzad right on the top. 3 innings, 104 runs. After that, Kuldeep Hooda, 2 innings, 93 runs. All these legends, they are doing the real damage. Shehzad, 18 balls, 15. He's still trying to find that rhythm. 5 overs gone, 1 more over of the power play. And I'm joined by great gentleman sitting next to me, Arjun Pandit.
Thank you, sir. I've been waiting for this stint all night, mind you, because I'm sitting next to the captain of Southern Superstars, who's going by a 100% record in this tournament right now. Played the 1 game, he's won the 1 game. So mind you, this next 4 overs, we're only going to be talking about the Superstars and what worked for them, because it's working beautifully for them tonight. Jangi, this is the new player in. Bowled well yesterday, and he's been waiting for that shot. He's been waiting for that shot for a long, long time. Ahmed Shehzad now getting 2 back-to-back boundaries in 2 different overs. This one was short and he leapt on it.
Did it really nicely, I think. Jangid bowled little short, taking advantage of that short bowling. That's how you should be playing. You should be just waiting for those loose deliveries and try to make full use of it. I think that's very important, which length you are bowling.
Goes a lot fuller. Goes a lot fuller. Shehzad isn't happy with it. He knew he had a few more runs than that. He bowled well yesterday, Rajat, Jangid. And not just Jangid. If you see the way Patania has bowled, Kamran Khan has been a good addition as well. Chandila is yet to come as well. He picked up 4 wickets. It looks like a very solid bowling lineup. And of course the 4 overs of Rajat Bhatia as well. You've got an all-round solid team. I've been saying it over and over again. They're looking like title favourites, no doubt about it.
Yeah, easy.
Mustard using these shots, especially because the offside field seems to be really packed. Hamilton, he must be thinking about the bowlers the way you said. Somebody has to replace me as well. Chuck is there. He can even bowl the Chinaman.
What a shot. Wow. Easy on the eye. Just wonderful to watch. Knew exactly what the bowler was bowling. Went up to the pitch of the ball. And then you go boom.
Never looked like as if he wanted to go really hard. Just stepped out and just tried for that sweet timing. That's how you normally get the full advantage, especially when it comes regarding connection.
Much better, much better. They've gone up for the review. It's a close one. They've gone up for the umpire review. Good stumping. So good keeping behind the stumps. That one kept low. And probably that's the reason it foxed Mustard.
Well, I think it didn't turn, and I'm very sure that seeing the body language of Puneet Bish, I'm very sure he is looking really confident. Umpires checking the no ball. Jangid seems to be safe here. But let's see about the timing. Seems to be he's gone. He's gone. I think by the time he was about to put his foot down, the bails were off.
Well, take your hat off to Puneet Bish, because that is quality. That is absolute quality behind the stumps. The inevitable, the decision, yes, there it is. Called perfectly from the commentary box as well. His foot was up. It was in the crease, but it was not inside the crease. Courtesy of which Puneet Bish has now affected the first wicket for the Southern Superstars. And it's the danger man, Mustard, who was looking so good, that's been sent packing. There's the reaction. And Mustard will now have to take the long walk back to the dugout. Gone for 19 of 15 deliveries. 40 for 1, the Punjab. The new batsman that's coming in is Sri Lankan batsman Gunathilaka. He's coming because Mustard has been sent packing by Ravi Jangid. 135 innings, 3,000 runs, more than 3,000 runs, 17 50s, 1 century as well. But he picked up a wicket of Hashim Amla in his first over yesterday, and he's picked up the wicket of Mustard in his first over tonight.
Mustard losing his balance, and Puneet was just waiting for that. Getting very important wicket. especially when the batter was looking really dangerous. Jangid getting the first wicket again. What a shot. Using the full advantage, especially when it's the last ball of the power play. After 6 overs, it's 46 for 1.
Comparison of both these teams after 6 overs. The power play, 41 for 2, the Southern Superstars. In reply, the Royal Riders of Punjab have really turned it on in the last 3 overs. They've scored 39 runs in the last 30 balls, in fact. 46 for 1 after 6 overs. And now comes the man who picked up 4 wickets in their first game yesterday. Ajit Chandila picked up a wicket in every over that he bowled last night. It'll be interesting to see. You suppose he's been brought in a little late? Or would you have also brought him in the 7th over if you were on the field?
Well, I think it's only 1 over which had gone against Southern Superstars. So nothing wrong bringing Ajit Chandela right now. Again, 1 more 6. Previous 6 was the last ball of the previous over, and this one just the start of after the power play. 50 runs up. Ajit Chandela taking a chance. First ball, flighting the ball. But for that, he has to just keep his length little away.
Yeah, it was right in the slot, wasn't it? Ahmed Shahzad said, "Thank you so much, sir. I've been waiting for that delivery for a long time." Yeah, he went for it again. Now the appeal is there. They're going for the appeal. The conversation is on between bowler and wicketkeeper. There's still some time left. Yeah, he's asking for the review. The captain can take the review. Hamilton Masakadza is now having a conversation. 6 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Are they taking the review or not? Oh, he's taken it. He's taken it in the dying second of the time allotted in the DRS. And he's finally taken it. And from what we've seen the first time, Rajat, it seems like it's a good decision you've taken it.
Well, I think if Shehzad is out, then it's going to be a really setback for Royal Riders. First ball 6, second ball Ajit bowled little slow, kept this ball a little away. Umpire going to check the no ball first, and it seems to be a legal delivery. The only thing where the ball was about to finish, especially because of the umpire's decision giving not out. Oh, that can be very close. That can be very, very close. Never looked like as if it hit the bat. It all depends like where the ball is going to finish. Top of off stump, top of middle stump, or it's going to stay low.
You've got to give credit to Ajit Chandila. For getting hit, he pushed that one really high up. It was a lot fuller. Went out for 6 runs. And there you see the skill and the street smartness of the player. He pulled back that length. He foxed him on the flight as well. He forced him to play that same shot again. And any moment now, pitching outside. Pitching outside. And so, the review is lost. There you go, there's confirmation of it. For all the build-up that we did for it, it turned out to be a bit of a damp squib.
Well, it's very difficult for the bowler to make out whether it pitched outside or pitched inside, especially from that close margin.
Yeah, there's the reply. That's the only way he knows how to reply. I'll jump at you, I'll run at you, but I need to take you for a 4 or 6. That's the only way he plays.
I still feel he can just make Shehzad off strike by giving a single. This is a better length. It's not that easy to play over covers, especially with that kind of length and that kind of pace. Sometimes, you know, these kind of balls you try to hit over covers and it goes straight in the hands of the bowler.
Yeah, this is much better. This is much better. He knows the batsman is trying to line him up. And the experience and the guile of Ajit Chandila is all on display in this over. Went for a 6 in that first ball. knew that was not the length to bowl to Ahmed Shehzad, then very nearly got that LBW. It was pitching outside. This is the story. This, of course, was the last ball of the over. Before this, Mustard it was, or sorry, it was Gunathilaka. Yeah, it went too much to the leg side. You're going to give a gift to the batsman there. And now it's Gunathilaka again on the final delivery of this one to Chandila.
Good bowling. It's a good comeback after the first ball getting hit for a 6. It's 53 for 1.
Yes, the pairing of Ahmed Shehzad and Gunathilaka on the crease. Mustard gone back for 19, Shehzad on 27 of 25, which is a rarity. If anyone has watched Shehzad play throughout his career, generally operates in a strike rate of 200, 250, sometimes 300. Right now he's striking at just over 100. So I'm guessing again he's going to try to go big in this over. Sakuja comes in, replaces Jangid from that end. Yeah, he's done just about enough. He's done just about enough. He'll get the single. But Rajat, it's been a successful power play. How would you term this power play, for the bowling side or for the batting side?
Well, I think only one over, especially the last over of the power play, but still they were able to get that particular wicket. Getting 17 runs from that over actually got them back. Mustard getting out, and then Gunathilaka hitting that 6 from the last ball of that power play. It's very important just to keep things under control. You can easily make out if you keep the ball a little away for the batter finds this difficult. And most of the balls, when you don't connect the ball properly, it's going in the hands of the fielder. So you are just stopping the batter to rotate the strike. Sometimes these dot balls actually put a lot of pressure on the batter to just step out and or to try something really silly.
Yeah, again he's keeping it neat, again he's keeping it tidy. Both these players have some big hitting in them, there's no doubt about it. But it's just the quality and discipline bowling of the Southern Superstars bowlers, not just Sakuja. Jangir has come in and done a good job. Yes, he was expensive towards the end. Chandila has come in and do a good job. Patania had figures of 2 for 10. And that's been the story so far in the chase. Again, they're looking for the run, but the fielder is there. So Shehzad now is on 28 of 27. When have you ever seen Shehzad tied up like this?
Only here in Legends League. That's a really positive sign in relation to Southern Superstars. Making things difficult for Shehzad. If he's going for a big shot, they're just making sure that they only give single, or they just make him try really hard.
He's got more than 100 runs in this edition of the Legends League. He's the highest run scorer individually. Current run rate is 7.17. Now your required run rate is reaching to a phase where you don't want it to reach in a T20 game. You don't want your required rate to go to 10, 11, because then it's forcing your batsmen to do something they generally don't want to do. Another tidy over, just the 3 runs of it. 8 overs done, 56 for 1. Now this is coming for you tomorrow, match number 8, India Captains versus India Tigers. We go live at 7 p.m. First ball is to be bowled at 7:30 p.m. Do join us from this very picturesque stadium in the Indira Gandhi Stadium in Haldwani, which has been the host for the Legends League in this edition. Chandila coming in for his second over. He's changed ends as well. And in front of him is Mohammad Shehzad. He goes big. He goes big. And I think he's done just about enough. Just need to take confirmation. Was it a one bounce over the boundary or was it direct over the boundary? Shehzad won't be complaining whatsoever. He wants to start an over just like this.
Ajit again bowling those balls close to the batter. I think he should just keep the ball away. That's what is very important. Sometimes you have to just off-strike the batter. Not able to find that connection. I think umpire just trying to check and he's going to give boundary. Looks like the ball just bounced before the rope.
Now, I guess everyone is going to be looking at Chandila's comeback. He has it in him. He definitely has it in him. He did it in the last over as well. Yeah, cut, copy, paste. He's pulled the length. He's made it difficult for the batsman. And it helped that it kept low.
Trying to hit towards deep mid-wicket, but not able to find that connection. But that connection was enough to get that boundary. See, that's what it's happening. You get a boundary, then you play a few dot balls. If you see the last over, they got only 3 runs. Because the previous over, there were few runs. Required run rate going over 10 now. 69 balls, 120 required. You need those boundaries. You need to rotate strike.
Yeah, again, he was trying to look for the big one. The quality of Chandila, and you said it in our pre-show as well, that he bowls very late. So he sort of understands what the batsman wants to do and then decides what he wants to bowl.
And he's a bowler like normally will always go for wickets. If you normally see, with that kind of mentality, you'll always trust your abilities.
Well bowled again. Oh, they've gone up. They've gone up to the umpire to check it. You wouldn't bet against Puneet Bisht. He's been looking in good form.
But now you can see his body language. It looks like as if he just told the umpire that you should just review it. Bisht is not looking that confident. The only thing umpire is going to see whether his foot was in the air or he was safely inside the crease.
Remember, the only wicket so far, that of Mustard, has come courtesy the skill of Puneet Bisht behind the wicket. His leg was inside the crease, but it was not touching inside. There now, this time around, he's done well. Gunath Halika knew exactly what he had to do. He was beaten by the ball, but his legs are firmly rooted inside the crease. And so any moment now, the not out sign should be coming for you. There it is. There it is. But these are good signs from a keeper's perspective, Rajat, because if your keeper keeps on affecting stumpings like this, you somehow get into the batsman's mind as well.
Oh, Puneet is a very experienced keeper. I think he played for Delhi for so long. And you can always ask him for advices. When you have a keeper like this, you feel little confident. You feel there is a person standing behind who can always give you a very good advice, a very good team man, and he can understand the game pretty well.
Good bowling, Ajit.
It's been another tidy over, a very tidy over. Just the 5 runs coming off it. 9 overs done, 61 for 1, and it's time for a strategic timeout.
Superstars won the toss and they elected to bat first. Puneet Mehra, Munawira, they played such an important inning, both getting half century. Anureet got 2, and so far chasing down this total, Royal Riders are 61 for 1. Shehzad looking strong, he's on 34. Getting boundaries at regular intervals. 32 balls, 34, not the normal way what normally you get to see Shehzad playing, but this time 4 fours and 1 6. He's still on the crease, and that is actually very dangerous for Southern Superstar.
Yeah, he's looked a little cramped. He's got that out boundary here and there. But how about that now? Right on top of the Southern Superstars, played 1-1-1, and take a look at that net run rate. Who was the captain in that game? He's sitting with us in the commentary box. At a run rate of 5, and the way they seem to be going, it looks like they're going to be adding to that run rate and also to that points table. Sakuja is coming in for his third over. Yeah, there it is. There it is. There is no point waiting for it. There is no point chasing it, because Ahmed Shehzad has been hoping for this one for a long time. And when it comes, it was a thing of beauty.
I think Shehzad was desperately looking for a big shot. Getting that 6 from the first ball of this over, especially after taking that strategic timeout.
Yeah, there he is again. Again dancing down. Hamilton Masakadza. Don't think they're going to go up to the umpire this time. Yeah, he only has that one way of playing. Either he takes you on the highway or either he falls prey to the highway. Again, sent back by Gunathalika. And it's been the case now, Rajat. In the last 3-4 overs, first ball, boundary, 4 or 6. But after that, they've not been able to get a few runs. So now they need to get these singles and doubles going.
See, that's really important. That's what Southern Superstars batters were doing. After hitting a boundary, they were making sure that they were not playing those dot balls. I think those dot balls are actually the key, and that's what Southern Superstars will be trying. Even after getting hit for a 6, you have to keep the ball away from batsman arc. First ball hitting a 6, Guna Tilaka, 7 balls, 7 runs.
Oh, he thinks he's got his man. Puneet Bisht is on point tonight. He definitely thinks he's got his man. If you read the body language there, the referee's gone up. He's not taken any moment's hesitation whatsoever. He's gone up straight away to the umpire. And if he gets this wicket, this will be a thing of beauty.
Well, yes, that's what you can expect from Puneet Bisht. Waiting for the batter just to be uncomfortable. Waiting for the batter that he loses his balance. Umpire checking whether it's a legal delivery. Yes, it is. Now he has to check just one thing.
Yeah, but this is now where the skill is coming in. Has he got him? I think he's on the line. I think he's on the line. His foot is deeply rooted on that line. And so from here, at first glance, it looks like possibly Gunathalika survives. But the pressure keeps on getting added on by Puneet Bisht. Or should I say Puneet MS Dhoni Bisht. He's been in that kind of zone tonight.
I think umpire is going to have a very closer look. A little bit of two-part if it's inside that line. Then he has to give that kind of doubt to the batter. Sometimes umpire takes its time just to be sure about the decision. Every decision seems to be really important, especially these kind of decisions where a batter was looking dangerous. Well, this is the zoomer version. Well, he's still onto the crease. It's very close. It's very, very close. It's up to the umpire what decision he gives. Doesn't look like as if anything. Oh, yes. The crease belongs to the keeper.
Whoa. If he pulls this off, because right now from that angle, not this angle, Rajat, the angle before this that they showed us, his foot was on the line. His foot was on the line. And if his foot is on the line, that line belongs to the keeper. Wonderful. That will just be some wonderful skill. What quality it will be. And I think that decision is coming. I think they've made up their mind. It's taken a while as well, understandably, because it was a tricky one. And any time now, that decision should be coming your way. Whoa! There's the decision. And there's the stumping. Possibly one of the best pieces of fielding in this edition of the Legends League. And it's been done behind the stumps by Puneet Bisht. Take a bow.
Both these wickets might have been going in bowler's account, but I'm very sure Puneet Bisht is one of the guys who can always make things possible. And that's what he had done. Without his stumping, I don't think those 2 wickets would have fallen. Danushka Gunatilaka out for 7. It's 68 for 2.
Captain of Punjab comes onto the crease. Asghar Afghan, close to 3,000 runs, 1350s, best of 95 not out. He's got his compatriot and long-time teammate at the other end in Ahmed Shehzad, who's on 41 of 35. Their current run rate is 7, required run rate close to 11 now. But how about this for a piece of skill? How about this for concentration as well? Just the awareness, and then to quickly go out and affect the stumping. That is quality. Top level wicket keeping by Puneet Bisht.
Not every ball is going to turn. Not every ball is going to keep low. Variable bounce is always something what creates a lot of doubt in batter's mind.
It's been a very tidy over, a successful over as well. A wicket in it and 8 runs gone from it. 10 overs done, 69 for 2.
Look at the worm, a decent start, but then those 2 wickets just given an edge to the Southern Superstars. The Royal Riders Punjab still needing 111 runs in the remaining 10 overs, asking rate of 11.1. Only positives for them is Mohammad Shehzad's there in company of the captain, Asghar Afghan. Change. The bowling, Asif Mansoori comes in. The left arm spinner against Asghar Afghan. He's replacing Ajit Chandila.
Good thinking by Hamilton, bringing a left arm spinner against these 2 right-handers. Asif, experienced guy. He can keep things a little difficult for the batter. Making sure that he keeps the ball away. See, that's very important. You just keep the ball away from the batter. Not very short, not just under his arc. Just trying to bowl slow and try to just keep the ball in the right areas. See, this ball turned, but previous 2 balls, it didn't turn.
Wow. Light and turn. Asghar Afghan was also surprised. He wasn't expecting that, and no was the fielder.
Batter somehow managed the turn, but fielder somehow got beaten because of that turn after it hit the bat.
What is Mohammad Shehzad doing? Where is he looking? The fielders. On the offside, there's a sweeper covers and a long off. Is he eyeing that gap, or he's just not looking at the fielders and looking to go big? Yeah, flatter, quicker.
This time a little quicker, making things more difficult for Shehzad. Required run rate is going up. Good fielding so far, especially by Abhishek. Yesterday also you could see him taking few catches, very important catches. 3 catches yesterday, and today also just waiting for those catches.
What a tidy over. Just 5 runs off it to end the 11th. 74 for 2. Eleven overs, 74 for 2. The target of 180 runs. The K Raza Legends League Cricket Season 4. Jangid comes in now. He'll replace Abhishek Sakuja, but Asghar Afghan and Mohammad Shehzad. The strike rate of 100, 150 will not work because the required run rate is at 11.78 now. Ravi Jangid, the only over that he's bowled, he conceded 17 runs, yes, but he also picked up 1 wicket, and that's crucial. However, talk of Puneet, how brilliant has he been as the wicket-keeper. We've seen catches being taken yesterday and today also. It's your catches win you matches, but yes, it's also your wicket-keeper. The way he's been today, those 2 wickets, Mustard and then Gunathalika.
I'm very sure Asghar must be looking to step out and hit over long on. He's a confident guy and he is very confident about his footwork.
There's some disturbance at the side screen for Asghar Afghan. Played for Afghanistan, so many years, so many matches. So there we go. Oh, and it's the ambulance as well. Oh, and that light is something that's troubling. Asghar Afghan, 74 for 2. 54 balls, 106 runs to win. 9 overs remaining. And there we go. Brilliant stumping work there by Puneet. Phil Mustard thought he was safe for some time, and then it was Gunathalika as well. Tossed up, yes or no? No prevails. Sent back.
That's how you increase that pressure. If a batter plays a defensive shot, your point fielder is ready to stop that single. And that's what Puneet is telling. That stay up, not to worry.
Comes down the track as predicted by Rajat Bhatia. Asghar Afghan likes to go over long on. He just spoke about it. The invitation was on. Ravi Jangid pulled the length back. Big wicket.
Ravi Jangid, he's a very clever guy. He knew Shehzad going to step out. His ball, he flighted the ball, bowled little slow, turned it, and if you have a keeper like Puneet, you don't have to worry. Asghar not doing the real damage, getting out for 4. It's 74 for 3.
A fall of wickets, 44 no loss, and now 74 for 3 at the Royal Riders Punjab. All thanks to the bowlers, but the keeper as well. Oh, you don't see that. 3 wickets that they've lost, and it's all been the story for Punit Bisht.
Turning the ball, keeping it away from Asghar. Asghar stepping out, trying to hit hard, losing his balance, and he knew the moment he missed it, he knew that he has to walk towards dugout.
All-round performance. Punit Bisht. Jangid as well has picked up his second wicket in his second over. In comes the left-hander, the power hitter, Thisara Pereira. Big responsibility on his shoulders. Keeping it far away from him. Steady start, just gets off the mark with a run.
I think single not going to do any damage. That's what they'll be aiming for. Lot of innings, lot of experience. Thisara Pereira, 12 50s, 100. Very valuable guy for any team.
Oh, bounce by Punit Bisht. Nothing is going to trouble him. He knows the pitch very well. The ball's bouncing, the ball's staying low down the leg side, way outside the off stump. No bothers for Bisht.
See, when your technique is so good, you can always make a difference. And that's what it's all about in relation to the keeper. You can do it really quick. You can wait for the batter to lose his balance. Pre-stumping.
Oh, looking to go over covers. Looking to play with the field. Mohammad Shahzad. It was fabulous bowling by Jangid.
Good bowling so far. Getting a wicket and just giving 2 runs. Putting that pressure. Every dot ball is going to increase that pressure as well as the required run rate, which is going close to 13 now.
Is he keeping it away from Thisara Pereira or just inviting him? Yeah, keeping it away from him. Just 2 runs of that over, 76 for 3. Struggling currently. The superstars at this stage were 91 for 2. All riders are 76 for 3. A little behind the asking rate. It's at 13 runs per over. Thisara Pereira is paced. Played 2 balls, just got off the mark. Mohammad Shahzad had some big ones, but he is batting at a strike rate of 110. And that's the reason that must be a worried dugout as of now. They're all riders Punjab. Big expectations from Mohammad Shahzad. They're currently at 6.3, asking rate at 13 runs per over. 1 or 2 is fine, but consistently in 8 overs to keep scoring at 13 runs per over. If it's possible, you need these 2 batters, and these 2 batters can do it. Mohammad Shahzad and Thisara Pereira. They definitely have the ability of consistently hitting it big. Down the leg side, a rare error from Bisht, and he looks at the bowler saying, no, that's not where you bowl. 5 runs gifted.
Giving a wide, and especially 5 runs from this ball, is going to upset Punit Bisht a lot. Mansoori, I think he seems to be under pressure, even though Shahzad hasn't done any kind of damage what we were expecting from Shahzad.
Bisht immediately giving that look to Mansoori. Mansoori immediately apologizing. Takadza just having a quick chat with him.
I think right time to make a comeback. No matter what happens, what's the next is really important.
A comeback, perfect comeback. And this is what Mohammad Shahzad is eyeing now, looking to go over covers.
Better ball by Mansoori. I think Shahzad always leaves his Freeze, and this time not a good connection. Fielder taking an easy catch. Puneet Mehra, safest fielder in Southern Superstar, and right position for him was long on that time. Shehzad, the real superstar for Royal Riders, is getting out to Mansoori.
He had to make a comeback after gifting away 5 runs in the first ball. Mansoori makes a comeback, and you can't keep Puneet out of the match this time around. It was Puneet Mehra, the fielder, at long on. What a comeback. Mansoori has picked up his first, the big man, the danger man. Mohammad Shehzad, that dismissed for 44, 81 for 4 Punjab. So some big names in the lineup for the Royal Riders Punjab. Shehzad, Mustard, Gunathalika, Asgar, Tisara Pereira, Rishi Dhawan comes in, but that's how Shehzad was dismissed.
I think that flow was not there right from the start. Looked like as if Shehzad was finding it difficult to clear the boundaries, especially making connection. Was something what started fading away when the pressure was on. Mansoori apologizing for the first ball what he bowled, but making a good comeback.
Can't flatter down the leg side. That'll be a wide ball. Bist is still having a conversation with him. Rishi Dhawan comes in a strike rate of 121, 1740 runs in his T20 career.
Mansoori trying to turn the ball. Yeah. And that's what keeper has been saying, that you don't have to do anything, you just ball in right areas.
Chirpy wicket keeper, and doing well as well. Taking those clean collections, asking a question, not very confident. Mansoori on that one. All those dot balls, all those singles, required run rate now at 13.3. What is it that Rishi Dhawan can do in the company of Tisara Pereira?
I'm very sure Tisara wanted the strike, because as a left-hander he can go for few big shots. This is very important, that which bowler you play. As a left-hander, it's very important that you strike more towards or against left arm spinners. As a right hander, you have to aim for the off spinner.
He keeps it on his leg, maybe expecting something outside the off stump. 84 for 4 after 13. We're at the Indira Gandhi International Stadium in Haldwani, Uttarakhand for the first 2 matches of the K Raza Legends League Cricket Season 4. The crowds have turned in big numbers, and that's exactly what we wanted. The intention of LLC being played in Haldwani. We haven't seen a lot of international cricket here, so now they're getting a chance. They're coming in big numbers. Entertainment was guaranteed in the first inning for the Southern Superstars. Those big hits. Oh, the ball just keeping low. Jangid coming in, clean take, completely beating Pereira.
Low and slow. Jangid, a very clever guy, making sure that he stays away from Tisara Zak. 24 balls since last boundary came. That's one of the reasons why the pressure is building up. Giving a single is not a problem at all for Southern Superstars. Required run rate had gone over 14 now. It's 14.25 and the run rate which is going right now is 6.38.
इसके लिए अंदर रहना.
The right hand, left hand combination, a few adjustments in the field. The asking rate at 14.25. No option, Rishi Dhawan. Tisara Pereira, they have to attack and have to make sure that they stay in the crease. There's Puneet Bist standing there.
So you can only cut the spin if you go onto the pitch of the ball. For that you need a footwork. But because the ball is turning, not every ball, it gets difficult or batter always stays in doubt.
There we go again. Rajat, as you're mentioning, slow and low, effective bowling.
He can think about playing a shot, and when the ball pitches and by the time ball comes, he can play another shot. I would say there's nothing wrong to bring the slip in, because sometimes when you go for big strokes, you get an edge and there is always a chance of a wicket falling.
Go for the kill. Already a net run rate at 5. They just keep on increasing on that. The big margin victory certainly on the offer currently for the Southern Superstars. These 2 wickets, Tisara Pereira, there's Rishi Dhawan, Farman, Samula Shinwari to come. He's eyed that cap on the bounce. Oh, brilliant work, which looked like at first attempt, but Patania eventually it ends up with a 4 after 14, 89 for 4. The difference was the phase of consolidation and attacking. 7 to 15 Superstars. 92 runs scored in that phase. Royal Riders struggled 43 and have lost 3 wickets. But the last ball of the previous over, a boundary after almost 4.5 overs.
Rishi Dhawan hitting the boundary in the last ball of this over. Patania moving towards right, but the ball came towards left. But still, he tried his best. Not that easy for any fielder if the ball just bounced in front of you.
He put his body on the line, wasn't able to pull it back. Ajit Chandila is back. 2 overs, none for 12 so far. Player of the match last evening for the Superstars.
Catch!
Chance dropped! Oh, it was travelling at some pace. Ajit Chandila had the chance.
Ajit keeping the ball away from the batter. Tisara Pereira hits the ball really hard. It's not easy for any guy who is a bowler and he has to take these catches. Good bowling by Ajit Chandela.
Rajat, you'll definitely feel for him. You were in a similar position yesterday. Before that, we'll have a look at this one.
Thank God. He's all right. Not like me sitting out today because of the injury.
The first ball that Rajat Bhatia bowled yesterday was hit back firmly. Oh, tossing it up, but nothing much that Rishi Dhawan can do about that.
Good captaincy by Hamilton, keeping those 2 overs of Ajit Chandela for the later part of this inning. Required run rate had gone over 16. 33 balls, 89 runs required, making things more difficult for Royal Riders.
Tossing it up, the call is for 2, but that's not enough. Royal Riders Punjab. The second one is not possible. Even though it was possible, that wouldn't have been enough. What are they thinking right now? Rajat, 16.5 the asking rate.
I think to hit Ajit Chandela, you need to just step out. If you think like you can play on the back foot, sometimes it gets difficult because you're a tall guy. Some balls just come really quick and some balls, they just come really slow.
Full toss. And straight to the fielder. Chance not accepted by Rishi Dhawan.
Well, these are the deliveries where a batter can take advantage. A batter like Rishi Dhawan, who's having that kind of ability to clear the boundary. Ajit Chandela, very clever bowler. I'm very sure he knows that this ball is the most important ball of this over because he had given only 4 runs. He's going to go for a wicket by tossing the ball up, or he's going to just keep the ball away from the batter.
Keeping it away. There we go. A little far away though. That'll be a wide ball. And also the fielders that have been placed, Rajat, the 3 fielders on the offside, indicating that that's where the line is going to be. There you go again. Up there. 6 runs of this over. After 15, Royal Riders 95 for 4.
That gap is widening, those wiggly worms getting further apart. And despite those wickets falling in the back end of the Superstars innings, the damage was done in the middle overs. But the Royal Riders, they're struggling here. 95 for 4, 5 overs still to play with. Shazad, pick of the batters again, 44 from his 42. But other than that, not too much to write home about. So Kuja starts his 4th and final over for the evening. Or does he? He's got a hold of that. Yeah, hit hard, 1 bounce 4.
Punit Bisht was saying it keep it away from him. That's where he's struggling. But the length exactly there. Yeah, there we go. Easy pickings for Thisara Pereira. Much needed boundary. But again, that won't be enough. They'll keep needing more of them. An immediate change in the personnel. Ajit Chandela being called in the 30-yard. The skipper himself goes back to long on. The equation a little tough though there. Georgie, 29 balls, 81 runs to win.
Not mathematically impossible though. This time goes again, goes further. 6, so it's a 4 and a 6. Perfect start to this over.
Cross batted straight hit by Thisara Pereira, muscled. Similar error in the bowling now by Abhishek Sakuja, the last over that is bowling at this stage. However, remember, Superstars were 134 for 2, a little behind. Punjab 105 for 4, but a good start to this over.
It was there to be hit. Bit of a drag down. Sakuja almost trying to overhit it. Yeah, it's going to hurt.
Nice and slow. Some turn on that. We'll have a look at that. Thisara Pereira, how did he miss it? Something that he must be thinking. certainly looking to launch.
Tidied up since the first 2 deliveries of this over, went for 4 and a 6. So that required rate now pushing up almost to 18. Early call of 2. And they're just putting the pressure on the fielder. That's smart batting as well. Set off for the first one hard. 16 gone, 108 for 4. The Abhishek route there, he's been so good in the field. Just had the pressure put on. It allowed them to come back for a second. So 13 from that over. And they're going to have time to have a chat here for the strategic timeout. Yeah, strong batting lineup, that from the superstars, and they demonstrated it today. 179 for 7 from their 20 overs. The Royal Riders, Shahzad again in the batting runs, but other than that, they've really struggled in the chase. They need now 72 from 24. 4 wickets to go down so far. The first one was perfect behind the stumps. Look at that. Just hadn't quite got his foot down, went for the review. And then the big swing, the foot lift, and again, such good work behind the stumps. Just waited that extra millisecond. And again, behind the stumps, it's a hat-trick for the keeper, and this one straight up in the air. And made up good ground to get there. So 4 down, the Royal Riders, 108 for 4, that required rate now, 18 and over from the last 4 overs. Or as close as they can get to not have too much of an impact on their net run rate. Well bowled, really well bowled, just pushing it across the left-hander.
He's been difficult to score against him in the power play. He bowls the first and the third over like last evening. Did exactly that today against the likes of Mohammad Shahzad and Phil Mustard. Kept them silent, and now coming in the death overs, all he has to do is make sure that it does not give more than 12 or 15 runs and over. Being extremely difficult now for Punjab.
He's just trying to go for that full wide Yorker. Slightly missed on the full toss, but it's just going to be another single.
The tee backward point placed exactly for that reason. Just pulling it outside the off stump. Those darts, brilliant captaincy from Hamilton Masakadza. Realizing that Thisara Pereira, Rishi Dhawan have no other option but to go big. And at this stage, if you have a bowler who can perfectly execute those outside off Yorkers, if he can nail them, very tough for the batters to score.
Really well bowled, big appeal from behind the stumps, pleading with the umpire. Are they going to go upstairs? Yeah, you thought so by that appeal, surely, and they are going upstairs for the review.
The message from Patania and Puneet Bisht was immediately conveyed to Hamilton Masakadza, who's standing at long off. Just indicated to him, yes, you need to take the review. And instantly, without wasting a time, trusting the keeper and the bowler, Hamilton Masakadza. The immediate signal to take the review for Rishi Dhawan. And there we go. That's fine. Not a problem with a no ball. The legal delivery there. Then maybe Nick Sen's first. Pitching, impact, wickets, all of that will come later. And that doesn't look to be a problem. The first would be Nick Sen's.
The gap between the bat and ball there, if you ask me. And he wasn't confident. The two members in blue, very confident behind the stumps, and the bowler absolutely pleading with the umpire. Still waiting just to find out what Nick Sense has to say.
Building it up. Rishi Dhawan, is he indicating it's off the inside edge? Oh, he's just trying to trick the fielders, seeing that it was an inside edge. Tense faces in the dugout for the Royal Riders Punjab. This wicket would be game, set and match for the Southern Superstars. Rishi Dhawan, not that he's been scoring freely in this match, he's just scored 9 of the 10 balls that he's faced. There's 1-4 as well. A lot of dot balls that is faced. Patania, the bowler. There we go. Nick Sense. Is there something that the Nick Sense has sensed? Yes, it has. Some movement there on Nick Sense, and that's something that Rishi Dhawan was indicating. An inside edge. So review lost, and that means Superstars do not have any reviews remaining.
At this stage, that probably won't worry them too much. The required rate is now 20 per over, and just 3.5 overs still left to play with. Patania, he's been economical, just 12 runs from his 2.5 overs so far, so he will have another up his sleeve should he be required. Full toss, dispatched, given the treatment. Poor delivery.
But that's for the first time since last evening and today that Patania has given a juicy full toss. And that too to Thisara Pereira. He'll be disappointed that he didn't dispatch that all the way for a maximum. Just didn't get the elevation. Enough power though. A couple of bounces. 4 runs. So just 6 runs. First 4 balls. Asking rate at 20 runs per over.
This won't get through the ring. So it's a good response from Patania. 6 from the over, 1 still to come. Thisara's on 28 from 18. His partnership, well, they've tried their best to try and rebuild something. 33 from 29, but it's just not the strike rate they needed. Again, full and wide. The throw coming in as well. So single off the final ball, 17 gone, 115 for 4. 65 needed from the final 3 overs, 4 wickets down. This partnership now 34, trying their level best, but they just haven't been able to get it away. And when there was such a hefty target, the Superstars put up 180 being the target. They needed to break it early and they didn't manage that. Gonna give it the best shot though down the back end of this innings, falling just short of that rope, but 4 to open the over.
Not a good start for Kamran. The second over that he bowled gave away runs against Full Mustard, the left-hander. And now he starts by conceding a boundary against the left-hander, Thisara Perera this time around.
Clipped away, fielder waiting out on the rope. So just the single every time. That required rate going up, 22.5 now.
Correcting the lines immediately, Kamran Khan, Hamilton Masakadza, feeling right on the boundary there at deep square leg. There's a deep mid-wicket, there's a long on, 3 fielders on the leg side boundary. The right-hander Rishi Dhawan, the left-arm pacer Kamran Khan. Just looking at the field, any adjustments required? It doesn't look like. Rishi Dhawan just has 1-4 to his name so far. They'll need plenty more of those.
Gives it the big heave, flat, hard, long, 6. Partnership now moves to 45.
The cutter from Kamran, it doesn't work. He was picked up early by Rishi Dhawan. It was flat and it was long. Just enough elevation to go all the way. 3 fielders placed there on the leg side boundary. Kamran realizing have to make a better comeback.
Full toss. Flat bats it. Gets away with one there because that was not the comeback that you were asking for.
Shadow practice was perfect for Rishi Dhawan. Seeing if it just could open the face of the bat or maybe over covers. There we go. That should have been a better option against that one. Just not finding the length. Kamran Khan, second over that he bowled against Phil Mustard, went for some runs. Third over that he's bowling so far, he's conceded 12.
Through everyone. Somehow it's missed the stumps. And it's going to go for 4 byes. No, it's not. Oh, excellent bit of work in the field. I was sure that was crossing the rope, and he just came flying out of nowhere.
Where was Wakarullah Ishaq? We didn't see him anywhere. But it missed the stumps. It missed Puneet Bisht as well. Wow, how did that happen? Kamran Khan has made sure that he's beaten Thisara Perera and Puneet Bisht. But Wakarullah Ishaq has made sure that he saved 2 runs for his team.
Gone. Partnership broken. It won't be a 50 partnership. And Kamran sends Thisara on his way.
And that's the comeback from Kamran Khan. Conceded 14 runs, pulls back the length, maybe a little slower as well. Not enough bounce for the liking of Thisara Perera. Hits the off stump. Thisara dismissed. He scored 28. Punjab now 129 for 5.
Two overs still to come. 129 for 5 on the board. 51 runs needed. Thisara Perera, this was the end of him. A beautiful delivery after an expensive over. And you can just see the shoulders drop in disbelief. swung everything at it, and all he had to do was just continue spinning round to watch the bails fly. Gone! Cartwheeling stumps! Rishi looks to launch it out of the ground, and all that happens is his stump flies out of the ground.
2 balls, 2 wickets, clean bowled. The partnership that was worth 48 was first Tisara Pereira and now Rishi Dhawan. Divesh Patania spot on, hitting the top of the off stump, and that's something he must have practiced for so many years. Rishi Dhawan dismissed for 17, 129 for 6.
Two wickets in 2 balls for the Superstars. They're on a team hat-trick here. So now 2 batters out in the middle, yet to face a delivery. This was beautiful. He had to come out swinging. They all have to come out swinging. He was the set batter, 17 from 14. And Patania just too good. Lovely seam position. So his first wicket of the night. So Angelo Pereira comes out to the middle, 111 innings, the best of 74. He'll just tip and run to get off the mark. Fielder coming in off the boundary. They're thinking about a second and decide against it wisely.
Do they have any firepower to go big, or maybe just looking to make sure that they don't lose all their wickets? Just be there, 1s and 2s. Whose victory just looks out of sight currently. For the Royal Riders, Punjab 50 required of 10. Sarul Kanwar comes in. A strike rate of 122. It's 2 half centuries, 548 runs so far in his T20 career. Is there still any firepower for the team Punjab against the Superstars?
Full toss, again, just a single. 49 needed now from the last 9 deliveries. The Superstars smell victory, looking to make it 2-2 after playing just their first game last night, the defending champions. Different case, yesterday it was chasing, today it was setting, and both times they were sensational with the bat in hand. Right on the back pad, big appeal, yes, finger goes up! And they're going to go straight upstairs.
He had to take that chance. Angelo Pereira, 2 reviews remaining. The on-field decision is out. Looked out. Is it going down? Is it off the bat? A couple of questions that will be answered very soon. Having a chat. Yeah, so the first front foot. That looks to be fine. Up next now. Full toss, the ball didn't pitch. Back, oh, is it going down? But before that, as always, I'll have a look whether it was off the inside edge. The Nick Sense again be involved.
Yeah, so on the full toss, so no opportunity for the pitch of the ball. And look at that, you can see it's got a little chilly outside. He's got his jacket on. As the time just ticks over to 11 p.m. here in Haldwani.
Looks like the TV umpire decided, right, he doesn't need the Nick Sense. Clear gap between bat and the ball. We'll just wait for some confirmation there. Hamilton Masakadza has his eyes glued to the big screen. So does Pereira. 49 required from 9. Just taking those chances, picking up a few more wickets. Yes, that'll be victory, and again, a victory by a big margin for the Southern Superstars.
waiting on the technology to help assist with this decision. But 49 needed from 9. That's quite some ask. Southern Superstars have just been dominant throughout both of their games so far, and they've played the last 2 days. They played last night and made quick work of it. So maybe because it was done so quickly, they got home, got a good night's sleep, came out today absolutely firing in the first innings, won the toss, decided they wanted to have a bat first after enjoying batting on it last night. Hamilton Masakadze said, yep, we'll have some more of that, please. And 179 for 7 they put up in their 20 overs. It was a 100 partnership in the middle that really helped push them up towards the highest total of the tournament so far.
There we go, the impact is in line and wickets is umpire's call. The umpire's call was out. The review will be retained, but they have lost the wicket.
There it is, finger goes up from Patania as well, just in case you didn't see the umpire. And he's gonna have to head off. Muted round of applause there from the captain. A slow trudge off, he's already got his jacket on, and he goes for 131 for 7. Pinwari comes out to the middle, 152 innings. Gone, he comes, he has a swing and he goes first ball. Patania is absolutely ripping through the tail end here. He's got 3 and he's on a hat-trick.
Good chance for the fast bowlers to pick up wickets, isn't it? With the tail enders coming in, asking rate at about 35-40 now. Shinwari going for the big heave on the leg side. Hitting the top of middle and off is Patania. Shinwari dismissed without disturbing the scorers. 131 for 8 Punjab.
Hat-trick ball this for Patania. Chaturanga comes out to the middle, 8 wickets down now, and just over an over still to play with the last ball for Patania. So Chaturanga De Silva comes out to face the hat-trick ball. There's a slip in position. We did see a hat-trick in the last season of the K Raza Legends League with Kevin Cooper picking up a hat-trick, and then he picked up 4 wickets in 5 balls. Hat-trick ball, slip in position. Big swing, goes aerial. And it'll land safe, so no hat-trick for Patania, but just the single. 19 overs gone, 132 for 8. The final over, 48 runs needed from it. Big swing, and off you go. First ball. Patania finishing his 4 overs with 3 for 20. Always nice to just bag a few wickets down the back end of an innings. So it's going to be spin for the last over of the game. Chandila to bowl his 4th. He's gone for 18 from his 3 so far, yet to find a wicket. Goes aerial, and just, what an effort. If he was a foot taller, perhaps, but in the end, it's a maximum.
It's okay, Ajit Chandila is just not happy with that effort, but Kamran Khan did his best. Yeah, he got under it. Maybe, no, nothing much that he could have done there. The last over starts with 4, looks like. There'll be a boundary check. Yeah, that'll be 4 to start with.
Completely bamboozled him. Really quick work again behind the stumps. I think we're going to have a review here for the stumping. Happy behind the line there. Third umpire tonight, Lyndon Hannibal. We've seen him on the field a few times already this week, well out of his crease. And he gets his bat round it down. That's the question. Waiting on that final decision, but again, really good work behind the stumps, not out. So he survives. 4 balls to come in this game. Again, looks to just give it the big heave-ho, more of an agricultural swipe into the leg side. Charging to victory here, the superstars, to make it 2 from 2, the defending champions. Tidy stuff. Chandila just seeing out the final over of the night. Big appeal behind the stumps in particular. Chandila not so convincing. Leg by signalled. One to come. 42 runs needed off the final ball. Not even running. Oh yeah, they are. They decided. So it's 2 wins in a row for the defending champions, the superstars. They win it by 40 runs, a hugely convincing win for the defending champions. They put 179 for 7 on the board in their 20 overs, and that was always going to be an uphill task for the Royal Riders. They couldn't break the back of the chase early on in the power play. And from there, well, they just trudged along in the end. They put up resistance at times, but it is a 40-run win for the defending champions. They looked so strong coming into the tournament last night, and they've continued that today. And they've done it both way round. Yesterday, it was a successful chase, and today they set a successfully high target that just couldn't be chased down by the Royal Riders. So it's 2 wins now for the Superstars. They've already got a wonderfully heavy net run rate, and now they have 4 points on the board, and they sit very pretty at the top of the table. Captaining the side there today, Hamilton Mazakadze successfully leads his team off the field as they head to shake hands with the Royal Riders, who have been beaten, and beaten convincingly here tonight. Chandila bowling the final over, finishing his 4 overs, none for 24. They'll be very happy with their performance, all-round performance. Again, they are explosive in the field, and they're really on the money in all areas of their game, the Superstars, and they're going to be very difficult to beat if they continue playing like this. Handshakes all around between the two sides, and with the umpires out in the middle, but a 40-run victory for the Superstars. He was phenomenal behind the stumps as well today, could do no wrong. So Shahzad top scoring 44 from 42, continuing his strong form of the tournament so far. A little bit of resistance from Chisara in the middle order there, but then just ripped through the back end. Patania picking up 3 wickets, and 2 of them in 2 balls, meaning that they'll finish 139 for 8 from their 20 overs. So 6 bowlers used, 3 wickets for Patania, 2 for Jangid, and 1 apiece for Cameron, Sakuja and Mansouri. So well bowled again, 11 extras in there, so not too tidy, but they won't be too unhappy. They bowled well again after batting really well tonight. So the Superstars making 179 for 7 from their 20 overs. It was always going to be a big ask. Puneet and Munawira were phenomenal, and then in the chase they could just never really get going, the Royal Riders, falling short by 40 runs in the end. And we're now going to head downstairs to hear from the losing captain, Ashgar Afghan.
रॉयल राइडर्स पंजाब के कप्तान असगर अफगान हमारे साथ है। असगर भाई, गेंदबाजी की अगर बात करें, क्या आपको लगता है ज़्यादा रन्स दे दिए आपने?
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। जी बिल्कुल, जैसे पिच थी उसमें कम से कम 180 रन बिग टोटल। ऑनेस्टली हमारी बॉलिंग वैसी नहीं हुई जैसे होनी चाहिए, स्पेशली पुनीत एंड मनवीर जैसे पार्टनरशिप इस विकेट पर बल्लेबाजी के सारा क्रेडिट उन दोनों को जाता है।
जो पार्टनरशिप चल रही थी, 100 रन की पार्टनरशिप हो रही थी, तब आप क्या सोच रहे थे? क्या कुछ अलग कर सकते थे आप?
हमने ट्राई किया, काफ़ी बॉलर चेंज किए, कोशिश की कि उसको थोड़ा माइंड चेंज करें, मगर ये इस तरह विकेट जब आप सेट हो जाए, स्पेशली जब आप पहले बैटिंग करते हो, आज जिस तरह शुरू में बल्ले पे बॉल अच्छा आ रहा था, बाद में थोड़ा पस रहा था, वही सेम। तो उस पर मैं यही बोलूँगा कि दोनों ने बहुत अच्छी बल्लेबाजी की, सारा मूवमेंट वो ले गए उस टाइम।
क्या बैटिंग डिपार्टमेंट में अभी आप सोच रहे हैं, क्योंकि एक ही मोहम्मद शहजाद लगातार बल्लेबाजी कर रहे हैं, रन्स कर रहे हैं, और कोई ज़्यादा कंपनी उन्हें नहीं दे पा रहा है?
ये इस पर हम काम करेंगे, इस पर हम मीटिंग करेंगे, बात करेंगे इस पर, क्योंकि शहजाद शुरू में स्टार्ट अच्छा देते, उसके बाद थोड़ा बैटिंग वैसे नहीं, उसने डिसअपॉइंट किया है, थोड़ा पुअर शॉट मार रहे हैं, थोड़ा स्ट्राइक रोटेट हमें करना पड़ेगा। तो इंशाल्लाह इस पर सोचेंगे, काम करेंगे इस पर, क्योंकि काफ़ी मैचेस आ गए हमारे, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट मैचेस है, और इंशाल्लाह वी ट्राई आवर बेस्ट।
थैंक यू कप्तान साहब, ऑल द वेरी बेस्ट।
थैंक यू।
Difficult day for him and his side tonight. They'll have to go back to the drawing board. It's a 40-run win for the Southern Superstars. We're now going to head to a short break, and we'll be back after the break with the post-match presentation.
If there is a team that is on a roll, it's certainly the Southern Superstars. Another victory, back-to-back victories, and that too by a big margin. Welcome to the post-match presentation. The Legends League Cricket would like to thank all its sponsors, our title sponsor K Rasa, travel experience partner Ease My Trip, official streaming partner FanCode, official licensing partner Blue God Entertainment, our pouring partner Thumbs Up, and hospital partner Chandan Hospital Haldwani. It's time to introduce the presentation party. It's Mr. Ankur Agarwal, content creator. Thank you so much for joining us, Ankur. And it's time to announce the legend of the match, and that's the award will be handed over by Mr. Ankur Agarwal and goes to Puneet Mehra from the Southern Superstars. A super knock by Puneet. We were expecting that from Munawira. But Puneet comes in. पुनीत से बात करेंगे. पुनीत 4 नंबर पे बल्लेबाजी करने के लिए आए थे. वो 2 विकेट लगातार गए थे. क्या बातचीत हो रही थी मुनावीरा से?
बातचीत ऐसी कुछ नहीं हुई थी, बस उन्हें था कि थोड़ा सा टाइम लूँगा मैं तो रन बन सकते हैं. तो और जैसे उन्होंने बैटिंग करी और प्रेशर मेरे पे नहीं आने दिया तो मेरे को टाइम मिला वहाँ पे सेट होने का, इसी वजह से रन बन पाए.
और आपकी इनिंग की अगर बात करें, आप दोनों जब बल्लेबाजी कर रहे थे लगातार आप बड़े शॉट्स अटैक नहीं कर रहे थे. वो 1-1, 2-2 का खेल भी आप लगातार कर रहे थे.
हमने बस यही सोचा था कि सिंगल डबल चलते रहेंगे तो गेम रुकेगा नहीं, और साथ ही साथ हमें लूज डिलीवरी मिली थी बीच में तो हमने उसको ग्रैब किया और बाउंड्री में कन्वर्ट किया और इसी वजह से रन बन पाए.
तो आप क्या डिसाइड कर रहे थे किसी ओवर या किसी गेंदबाज के खिलाफ कि यहाँ पे हम आक्रमण करेंगे, या जैसे गेंदबाजी हो रही थी वैसा आप डिसीजन ले रहे थे?
हम गेम के अकॉर्डिंग चल रहे थे. बॉलर हमने ऐसा कोई टारगेट नहीं किया था क्योंकि राइटी लेफ्टी कॉम्बिनेशन हमेशा अगर विकेट पे रहता है तो टफ रहता है बॉलरों के लिए. तो वही हमने सोचा हुआ था, अगर हम जितना खेल पाएंगे उतना अच्छा रहेगा.
अच्छा खेल रहा आपका. थैंक यू सो मच.
थैंक यू.
There we go then, Puneet Mehra, legend of the match. Time to speak to another legend. He's the skipper of the Southern Superstars, Hamilton Masakadza. Hamilton must be a happy captain today again.
Yeah, very happy today with the way the game went on. The boys really applied themselves well, bowled really nicely after that good batting effort. So yeah, it's been a great start for the team.
Also, as a captain, it must be extremely helpful and courageous for you when you know that your fielders and your wicketkeeper are making sure that there are no errors from them.
Yeah, it's been amazing. You don't really expect this level of fielding at Legends Cricket, but yeah, the team has been really good in both games. The fielding has really been superb, and yeah, it's basically one big tick that we've had in our changing room.
Just 2 matches that you have played, 2 convincing victories. How is it happening in the camp?
Yeah, I think we've just approached it in a very simple and calm manner. We've just decided to keep it simple as a team, keep it relaxed, just go out and enjoy, and just obviously apply ourselves and show our skill. So it's been really good from the boys. A very confident start to the tournament.
It's a pleasure seeing your team perform like this. Thank you so much and all the very best.
Cheers, thanks.
There we go then, the champion team, and what a performance by the Southern Superstars. 2 matches, 2 convincing victories for them, and that's a wrap from the post-match presentation.
Well, the defending champions are looking very strong. They've played 2 and they've won 2. They sit pretty up the top. The only team on 4 points, and that net run rate very strong as well. The Royal Riders slide down from 2nd to 4th. Remember, the top 4 teams qualify for the playoffs after everyone has played each other once in the league stages. And to continue playing each other tomorrow, match number 8, the India captains in action against the India Tigers. We look forward to welcoming you again tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Sleep well. Mazakadza.
Beautiful looking shot.
That's the sign of a man in form, and he brings up his 50. And that's quite a way to bring up your 50. Filled mustard, have some of that.
What a shot.
Big wicket.